map of
June.
We're talking about June. I was like, oh, what was the first one? Hang on, I'll find it because it was pretty bang on.
Because I haven't watched it in a long time. I couldn't quite remember.
It was ages. And I was like, oh yeah, Space House Stark fails to control the magical cocaine planet, so the Jedi witch nuns turn Space Rob Stark into Space Jesus. That's June in a nutshell. That's my one-sentence summary of June.
And I was like,
pretty good.
You know what? It actually does ring most of the bells. Then hello and welcome back to Dungeons and Nerglings. I'm Nergy, I'll be your dungeon. These are your Nerglings. And we're going to dive back into a little hairy situation.
Yeah, we're fine.
Totally fine.
All under control.
Don't even trip. So, our folks have left the underdark settlement of Bleak Nest. They semi-convinced Tathgos to come and join them. He will join in a little while, once he sees the aftermath of what you guys did. You set up business and payments with Wyatt, which is good. And you shat gold.
Yeah.
Kincaid shat gold.
Took a lot of laxatives and food out of it.
It was mostly marble.
It's not working! It's going to be about 350.
350.
350.
Think of the
Then I
value.
realised Kincaid.
Yes, came across a Duragar mining operation. They had, in some way, enslaved one of the larger worms from down here, and they appear to be using it to dig. You saw a drow figure surrounded by Duragar, chained, manacled, and being interrogated. Using your element of surprise, you threw out the image of a large hill giant, who is currently the shambling mound there. The image of that will persist through the ages. You oxcaded straight into their back.
Perhaps ill-advisedly, who's to say?
Look, sometimes you just get a hankering. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Hankering for a spankerin', and I was spankerin'.
And he got the spankerin'. Now, you managed to eviscerate most of the Duragar, being represented by the large spider-riding minis, because they enlarged themselves. And as combat got to where it was, there was I hope this is loud enough. There was a rather large burst through one of the cavern walls.
It's like
R2-D2.
A enormous vibrating worm blasts through the rock. You can see the rock in its mouth just jittering down into nothingness, essentially. And it blasts through and joins the fray. Now this was on its turn.
Oh yeah, we're still in.
I'm going to we're resuming initiative. I have it all here.
Okay, good.
Good idea.
I'm going to test my dice first, just to see how we go.
2 nat 20s.
7 and 19.
They spelled out Kincaid's dead.
I don't know how, but it did. It's kind of impressive.
Well, I got
So-
9 and 19, so...
Well, that was 7 and 19,
beat it.
so
So
you're on the
Kincaid
same
lives.
wavelength.
Kincaid lives by 2, which is how many hit points I
That's how
have.
math works.
The dice, they are linked.
The wishful thinking. She is grossly overproportioned.
To your current situation.
So,
I got Deathwood.
as this massive thing crunches through
GG.
into the open space, rubble is spat and skittered along the cavern floor that you're in. This supporting pillar in front of you.
And there's one guy in front of me, one guy on Varus.
One there.
Yeah, cool. That's right, and I've just taken the dodge action. That's what that thing on me is.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Good rememberizing. We have Thuridin caught the chain.
Yep.
Is manacled
Just
too.
walking my dog.
Illusion, Kincaid, Ricky with dodge, Varus with tucked into a corner.
Worm with shiny testicles.
Worm with shiny testicles. It's your turn.
Full of jars of piss.
What are you going to do, Worm with shiny testicles? It goes longer than I thought.
Sounds like it's gonna do a lot.
Yeah. Has it got a siren?
It is a siren.
It's a bit far from the water.
So beautiful. Giant purple feathery shape it calls to me. It's luring me onto its rocks.
You can't see any visible eyes. The thing just blasts into the cavern, stops for a second, and you can see, like, in that sound, you hear the, like, that vibrating sound. And it's going to target someone. Its previous captors. This thing would know the sound of them. Even just their heartbeat, it would know the shape of them.
Also, they're the biggest, juiciest.
They are the biggest targets
by a
as
factor
well.
of many.
So, it's going to go for the Uragar right next to you. Essentially blasts through the wall, stops for a second, and then just lunges over in front of you, Ricky. It's going to make an attack roll at the Duragar in front of you. And... said Duragar is removed from your sight. It is just massive, tooth-filled, gaping hole of death.
So is it like...
Yeah, it's just like its tail still inside the wall.
So you're saying it did the worm?
So that's kind of its head. Like where the mini is.
Yeah,
its head.
essentially.
It's like,
And it's just leaving a snaking trail.
Gotcha.
Do you want me to text her its tail?
Yeah, it might help. Bless you.
erase the bell end.
No more phallus. This is all gone. Yeah, spent a while trying to find that sound effect.
That is
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
gnarly
Sounds like-
freaking
Yeah.
sound effect.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Sound.
What's it from? Do you know? Or is it just like...
I can't remember, to be honest.
Ooh.
I looked at so many.
Well, it sounds terrifying.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. And it is going to stop in front of that Duragar and end its turn. And we are over to Varys.
Oh, cool.
Oh great.
So the Duragar in front of you is just like, oh shit.
Shadow.
It speaks in Undercommon and just says, oh shit.
Seeing that, how, like this alcove thing that I'm tucked behind, how tall is it?
Oh, it's sort of just like a cleft in the wall, just a little cutout almost.
Right.
So you could attempt to use acrobatics to get out of there if you wanted.
Yeah, like,
You just
Would I
like
be able to
leap
stand?
over the Duragar or something.
well, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Slip through its legs. Remember, it's a 6 foot
large
tall
thing. Oh,
person,
okay.
essentially.
Diddle-dee-hee. Yeah, probably that, if anything. Like a bonus action disengage, and then yeah, just try and, I don't know, dive between his legs.
Okay. I'll get you to make an acrobatics check. Just to see how well you do.
27.
Yep. This, you use that moment of distraction as it sort of just turns and takes in the impending doom. And I can't reach him, but can you squeeze him out of there?
So yeah, it'd be 5, 10, 15 gets me to here.
Yep.
And then 5, 10, 15 gets me over there.
Are we just going to beeline it for where we came from, or...?
Probably. With the prisoner.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking we like try and steer the worm and... I don't know.
Well,
I didn't have a better...
That was
that
the
was the whole
beginning
plan.
and end of the plan.
That's that. Like,
That was the
we
initial
could
thought
steer
we
it.
had, but, yeah.
And then? No, and then.
Once the chains come into view.
Yeah.
And what's that?
I mean, you two have pretty decent strength, don't you? I mean, you do.
What's that from?
Dude with
No,
the car.
I don't.
And they go order
That's
Chinese food.
13.
I
Chinese
12.
food. Help me help you.
It's better than 6.
+1.
You and Ricky are strong.
Yeah, but I'm saying because you two are there where his chain's going to come from. If you guys, like, get, like...
Well, my plan was to run over to Kincaid and just bamf us out.
I like that plan.
Because I'm seeing Kincaid bleeding from every
Eyes
and many
Hey,
new holes.
If you just sort of ready, like, a reaction for the chains to grab onto them, I can lay Kincaid with my hands if he runs to me.
Yeah, but I'm also like, this worm is going to eat this last Duragar and then still hear lots of
True.
people and just
Yeah.
turn around and come eat us.
My plan was pretty much to hide and hope it goes away.
Yeah.
Now that I can't talk to it.
You can always thaumaturgy down the thing and hope it goes after that. Like, just the direction they were aiming in, if we thaumaturgy down that way, maybe it'll just keep digging where they wanted to go.
Do you need to be able to see to spawn a thaumaturgy
I can see
sound?
now.
Yeah, but you won't be able to see past the worm.
Oh,
That's
there's
what
a
I'm
worm.
pointing at. Yes.
Like,
Almost,
in the way.
almost entirely the exact shape of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You don't?
Just manifest a minor wonder within range. Range
That's-
of 30 foot.
Useful. Cool. So,
Yeah, there are.
Varys, was there anything else in your turn that you wanted to do?
No, that was bonus action movement.
So disengage through. You just do a little slide through his legs as he's looking
Yeah.
at the massive worm.
Oh, okay, I kind of thought I used me action for the dive. Like,
No, no,
check.
that's
Oh,
just
okay.
movement.
Still
In
dash.
which case, yeah, I'll just regular dash and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. At the bottom of initiative order,
Prisoner lady.
Who I've got chained. Well, I'm holding there.
Oh, well, it might not be her.
above the din, the crumbling of rock and smashing of stone into the room.
True, that's the other thing. It's hitting all the pillars, and this room is going to cave in.
Oh, okay. Probably should just leave.
You hear a very shrill and you're not quite sure from where. You hear it in the chamber, but with all the noise going on, you just hear that. You just sort of like, what? What's everyone's passive perception?
12.
11.
10.
14.
I thought it was going to go down. 12, 11, 10, 14. Okay. Seeing as how you just sort of had the worm go right by you, the most of the noise is up the head side of it. You swear you spot something in this far corner.
Like here.
Nearest the salsa, yeah.
You see something in the salsa
A
corner.
pool of salsa.
A pool of chunky, medium salsa.
But that is back to Kincaid. What would you like to do?
Run away.
All right, where to?
If you run towards me, I can lay you.
Just 25 feet.
Here is column.
Why don't I go kind of like diagonally? Just thinking that depending on how perceptive the worm is, its next target might be the hill giant illusion that I may or may not want to be standing next to.
I don't even think it can see the hill giant because it's not actually making any tremors and it has no physical presence
It's
for
ma-
blindside.
it's
Is that
makes
making
sound.
noise?
It's
Oh,
making
It does make
sounds,
sound, yeah.
That's
It makes sounds like so it's like grumbling and
Okay.
you know.
It's as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, true. That's
yeah. I wondered that about like with the echolocation, how that.
But like
but I
echo-
think hearing. Like,
yeah. So like
And it
would-
does have blind
It would
sight.
hear the noise, but like blind sight, it would see through the illusion, right?
Yeah.
How far was
Who
your
knows what
thaumaturgy?
oh, it can be like 30 feet.
Okay.
But so that was movement.
Yep. So you scuttle over to the edge of the cavern,
Away from.
bleeding and limping.
Yep.
Do you want to get out of here with me?
I can dash. I can just as soon as I know we're bailing, I can book it.
Yeah, okay.
Like yeah, probably Kincaid.
We can save a spell slot.
Varus has the
or
movement.
that, or just save a spell slot. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll thaumaturgy. Do it like back. So hang on, what can I get from 30 feet? 5, 10.
Essentially back to where you were possible.
Yeah, I'll do it right on top of Varus.
Thank you so much. And the thaumaturgy is fuck you, worm.
Fuck you, worm! Also, boy, aren't drow tasty.
Look at how well toned I am. I'm gonna be delicious.
Finger licking good.
I'm finger licking good. Also, I hate worms.
Yeah, me, the drow guy here with the hood.
I am obviously superior.
Look at me with my dumb hood and cool bone crossbow.
Yeah.
Plus, I hate worms.
And worms
So-
are pretty shit.
Is that actually what you do? Okay.
Oh, imagine.
But I do cast it on Varus.
You
Cast it
did.
on Ricky.
You did become an ox, so
Yeah.
I have to question everything you do now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, back over there. Like down that corner where nobody is.
Wait, where? Sorry. Oh, down thither.
Which means it has to do with Yui and eat Ricky on the way.
Well, maybe... No, actually, scratch that. Over here. Like sort of
Just
near
near the
the
giant.
giant.
Okay.
And it's so I can make a noise or the ground tremble or some stuff like that, so that happens.
Okay.
You create...
What sort of sound are you
You
choosing?
can cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute.
Okay.
And it originates... Yeah, so you can create one of the following magical effects within range. Cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute, or you create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, or ominous whispers.
What are you going with?
Tremors. I have no idea whether this is more hearing operated or tremors operated.
No, you
What's it
don't.
say?
You don't overly know.
I can either make the ground kind of shake or I can make a noise.
I'd say there's noise already coming from the giant. Make the ground shake a bit. It'll confuse. It might throw it off a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
So you're doing it right next to the hill giant?
Yeah, like 30 feet that way.
Mm.
So hopefully we can kind of go around while it's like fucking around here and they can just teleport out.
Okay.
That's sort of going towards our exit path, though.
Yeah, but we'll be gone by the time. We're very fast. Especially me.
Ah, yes, your 25 foot of movement is mighty quick.
Yeah, when I turn into a horse and just book it out of here.
I guess so. Oh, you still got wild shapes. It's...
I still have one is spent on ox.
Yeah.
Hey, I gored that one Durgar pretty good.
Yeah, you did. You did 20 damage. It was solid. Solid ox. Solid
That's
as
a
an
lot.
ox.
That nearly puts the ox. If
On
we're
the
going
table.
by Ricky metrics, then that puts the ox on the massacre memoir.
Can't say that for long, Ricky. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Hey, if you combined all the damage from my Still in Strike, I would have been like first.
Okay.
Your Xing Xing was very strong.
It was pretty cool. I'm glad Ty lined up a few Duragar for me.
Little fella just scurries out into the open from that corner. He's about 2 foot tall. Dark bluish black skin. Appears to only have one arm. You can see a little locket bouncing on its chest as it runs. And no.
Smurf
And it screams out into the tremoring, messy environment that you guys are standing in right now, echoing around the cabin. You hear its shrill little voice. You've avenged my family! I will avenge you when you die! As it runs.
Shut up! You're going to get us eaten.
Hura, it is your turn.
Is old mate gonna come with when I move?
You have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'm still holding the chain. I'll try and move 30 feet closer to the exit.
Okay. Which
Like-
direction? You're just heading straight, like diagonally.
Yeah, diagonally. Holding their chain, they're coming. And I'm gonna use.
With your strength and their current situation, they don't really have a choice.
Also, you're probably heading in towards the same goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick up
Sounds
the
like
chains
some
and then
would fight
overtake her,
that.
and she's like,
Okay.
okay.
Glad we agree.
And I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the Smurf Neblin.
Hey, this new person we just met. Fuck that guy.
Hey, I don't want them running off.
Hey,
What-
what there? Worm food.
What do I have to roll?
16 wins.
16 whiz.
He's one little arm.
Is it like slowly toppling? Like,
Mid-stride.
He was off balance.
Can Varys see me from there? Like, is Varys watching this way, or?
I'm sure you're all looking around madly.
Because I just, like, make eye contact with Varys and be like...
Immediately shoot him.
thumbs up.
Got it. As I run past, he's gonna pick him up, stab him way past.
Stab him, throw him at the worm.
Job's done, bud.
So what are the effects of Hold Person, sorry?
Paralyzed, I think, is it?
Paralyzed,
Yeah.
for
Can't move or
a
speak.
minute.
Paralyzed.
Yep, gotcha. Cool beans. Ricky.
Okay. So I go to my little dodge thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then, okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so I'm gonna... And I'm gonna hold out my arm to Kincaid, and I'm gonna say, Brother, father, doctor,
Uncle.
Come with me if you want to live.
get over here.
Get over here.
But yeah, I just say, Kincaid, come to me. I'll get us out. And I prepare for when Kincaid grabs my arm, dimension door into the hallway.
Okay, how far? Like max range? What
Oh,
do you...
no, max range is like 300 feet. No, like just like 30 feet past through it and like just into that. Okay. So yeah, pretty much edge of the battle map there.
Start fusion dancing towards you.
Yeah.
You...
So yeah, I'm just like, Kincaid. And then I will also say, by the way, publicly I will have to shame you for it, but that ox thing was really cool, and give you inspiration.
You can never repeat what I'm about to tell you. That was doc.
Look, didn't pay off, but I like the spirit.
Yeah. But I want to see more of that.
So,
The execution wasn't great, but the idea was
Yeah.
end of your turn?
Yes.
It's Wormy's turn.
It's gone for the drought. The Durgo, right?
Right,
Right.
guys.
No, just going for that drow right there with the hood.
What about that little precious...
Smurf Nedman. Can't get out of the way, can't do anything, just... Oh,
It's just essentially engulfed
scooped up in the sand.
So it gets to...
The ground tremors.
Well, I'd say
And
it's also...
What's making the most sound?
When the card on the ground is moved, the illusion disappears. So if it's
Okay.
like just gobbles up the ground, a bit of the ground or whatever, the card's gone, so the illusion just vanishes.
But the ground's still trembling.
Yeah.
So does that mean
That tiny little tremor.
if you sort of run forward thaumaturgy and then touch Ricky, you can sort of send him off in the other direction before
Maybe.
you teleport off, maybe? If sound is the thing that it goes for the most.
Do we see the end of it yet?
Sure do. Juicy, juicy driver chains. God, it's got some sort of stinger.
Ugh.
Little poop shoot.
Oh, it's shorter than I thought. It's a real chode of a worm.
Make a nature check.
The
Hi.
Chodius wormius.
Not while I'm drinking.
Oh, that's quite high. 19.
It is a Chodius wormius.
It is indeed.
It is a young worm.
Oh.
Okay.
It is not full
babby.
size. You can see that it's still got plenty of room to grow.
Oh, tiny 50-foot babby, barely
Barely out of infancy.
hasn't said a word.
With your tiny balled up fists and your fleece diapers. Excellent. Varys.
I'll
Right, do one. Right, do one. Right, do one.
tempting, but also the building's collapsing and everyone else is leaving, so I'm watching everyone else run for the exit and I'm like, yeah, jump on the worm. I'm just gonna ride this around inside this chamber until it collapses.
Time to ride the worm.
Yeah, like, yeah, probably use...
Says all 2 of Kincaid's hit points.
I
would do it.
Bonus action to disengage, so then I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then with my action dash over to the Swerfneblin.
35, 40, 45, 50.
I don't really have anything left to grab him and start dragging him with.
Yeah.
But I'm
Would you
near
like to get to the far
closer,
side or close side?
closer to Thuridin, sort of thing on that
Yeah,
side.
so that 55.
If need be, you can just fling him into the worm's mouth.
All that, yeah. But yeah, that's me.
Okay. Kincaid.
So, are you, Ricky, you cast it like you're holding
I have
it, you're
casted
readying
it,
it,
and
and so
then-
your
yeah.
reaction as soon as I touch
Yeah,
it.
it's a like readied one.
Then I run up, and as I'm about to grab hands with Ricky, I'll cast Thaumaturgy again. But this time, my voice booms 3 times as loud as normal. And I,
Bit like that.
yeah, exactly.
Nailed it.
I scream, "Hey, Bongus! You look like a giant penis! Get over here!"
Hey, Bongus.
How do you know its name?
Excellent.
Hopefully luring it over this way,
Yeah.
and
Before
then grab Ricky's hand.
Ricky, you're standing there holding this spell. Just in your periphery, you can see this massive row of teeth just come into view. Kincaid.
No.
Dongus!
Hey, Bongus!
You're just like a bead of sweat as you can see this thing.
We can carry up with some of these ones in, you big fella.
So 5, 10.
Hey, look at me, I'm a big worm and I'm dumb and I smell bad and I get caught by the Dragar because I'm dumb and also stinky. Oh god, Ricky, I hope your spell works.
You took too long. It's gone.
So how far past
Took too long, you've killed them
Like right at the end of the
both.
battle map. Like 30 feet past the row.
Okay. Yep. So you made a heck of a lot of noise just there.
Right there.
Next to the other pillar holding up the roof.
Cool. That's Kincaid. What happens with hold person? Is there a save at the end of turns? How's it work?
It just says it paralyzed until the spell
It's
ends.
just save or suck.
So it's just a minute.
Does he get to do it again if someone like hits it or whatever?
I think so.
How does paralyzed work, I guess?
And if the spell doesn't say, I don't think paralyzed.
It just says
Yeah.
target must have seen a whiz saving
Can't
throw, be
very well speak.
paralyzed for a minute.
Yeah.
Yep,
brutal.
incapacitated.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just has to stand there and watch as
Yeah.
we kidnap him.
He's just sitting there, his slick, greasy hair matted onto his head,
Ooh.
just looking, one arm. Can't do anything, can't speak.
Poor little war veteran.
You can see a dirty like leather thong sort of around his neck,
Oh, yeah. What's he been up
Club
to?
did he just come from?
and a small like piece of quartz on his chest.
Ooh.
Alright.
Oh, got like 5 silver
But
something.
that is
Like
the
a
end of his
metal
turn.
block, maybe? I don't know.
Thura.
Just keep running down.
Okay.
Drow in tow.
Can I get you to make an athletics check?
You can. Does 24 work?
like one. It
Oh. Damn, she is fighting it.
The drow pulls it against the corner of the rock, essentially like into a little crevice to try and anchor it there. And you falter for a second. You lose like 5 foot of movement, but you manage to and pull her bodily around the corner. I'll get acrobatics on here. It is cocked. Nope. She falls prone. You tug her around the corner and she onto the ground. And how far are you running?
Well, how far have I moved?
I see.
Okay.
Moved 15, 20.
Yeah, so
Oh, sorry. There, I think you were. Yeah.
yeah, so
5,
keep
10, 15,
running,
20, 25, 30.
and I'll like yank her and try to like grab her.
On a 24 athletics,
Yeah, but like try to actually like pick her up.
you would have to double back and pick her up.
No, I mean like yank it to me and pick her up, and then move.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That will be your action if...
Action to
That's what
yank
you
and
want?
pick her up and then
Yep.
move. Yeah,
Yep. Good with that?
yeah.
So you just fireman,
Yeah.
fireman carrying
Yeah,
her.
we just appear, and then this lady gets like dragged between us.
So you see her get pulled around the corner onto her face, and then you just like... chuck her over
Yeah.
your shoulder.
And then
keep-
head ahead of him.
Cool. Cool.
Bum, bum, bum.
Ricky.
I just kept running.
Like 50 feet dash.
Yep. You casting anything?
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Nah, action dashy. I'd rather get the 50 feet of movement.
That's just the sound of worming around.
Yeah, that's all I'll do.
Okay.
That'll do, donkey. That'll
All
do.
ass.
A whole ass.
Half an ass.
Half a burro.
Yeah.
It worked.
Essentially, you see it disappear into the wall. It just crashes straight through.
Does that other one collapse?
No.
Stalagmite?
No.
Oh, Varys, you got the chance.
Alice. Valis. Sorry, Varys.
Yeah.
Wow, Providence.
Hey?
Am I Providence?
No. Yes. You're at the top of initiative order for the first time ever.
Oh, that's right.
And Varys is at the bottom.
I was like, but we're at the end, and I haven't gone, and I'm always at the end.
Yeah, no, I got a 6 in this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
What
just
should
try
be
and
in-
pick up the 2-foot-tall Swerf Neblin.
Yeah. Doesn't weigh much.
Yeah, and then double dash down the corridor.
So. Carrying a number of people.
And the Smurf, no blah blah.
Which that only lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Snurf herder.
It was mostly just to keep him quiet so we can get out.
Yeah, he was yapping an awful lot.
Mm-hmm. Need to
So
stop
that-
his yap from yapping.
That was Varys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me.
Pick
at
up,
the end
run.
of the turn.
Then back to the top of initiative order. Kincaid.
Cool. So, I'm going to turn around and point, like, sort of, because we're just out. We're like, what, about 15 feet from kind of the mouth, like into the tunnel?
Yep.
I'm going to turn around and use the Wild Companion, like, ability to cast Find Familiar as a wild shape.
Okay.
And I'll summon Pedro Pascal
Mm-hmm.
and say, go fuck with the worm and distract it, and leave it away from us!
Okay.
And so Pedro goes hooting off to, as requested, fuck with the owl, distract it, and lead it away from us. So hooting as loudly as he possibly can. And for the sake of this, maybe he's like a, what do they call it, like a screech owl that does
Yeah.
like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
just into the thing and hopefully attract it away. Sort of hopefully like fly around near it and then just fly away back the way it came, like down the tunnel it went.
You don't have to have a possum summon, do you? Those things make the worst.
Oh, I do.
The amount of times that you just like, it's late at night and you just kind of like half asleep and it just goes off in the tree next to your head. And you poo.
Ugh.
Sounds like a zombie.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then just movement to 25 feet down. So
Yep.
that's my action and the movement.
beauty.
Bonus. There's not really anything worth doing, I think.
Just keep running.
Yeah, pretty much.
Beauty. Thura.
Same sitch, just keep bolting. Actually, I won't use my full whatever. I'll move up to Kincaid. I'll do 48 lay on hands. 48 lay on hands on Kincaid. And then I'll use the rest of my movement.
You feel the light of what's his bloody name? Tempest.
Tempest.
The fury of battle just infuses your entire body. All of your wounds suddenly are just like brand new flesh.
Oh my god, I feel like I'd run through a brick wall.
I wouldn't recommend it, mate.
My dick is harder than a missile. I've never felt so good.
Is this normal?
I'm so virile and strong. I feel like the female Russian Olympic swim team before they were tested for doping.
The whole and yes, I do mean the whole
The entire team at
all
once.
20 of them.
Excellent.
Let me go back. I can take this one on.
Ricky. Unless you have anything else?
I do not.
Yeah, I'll just move.
There was a bit of Norman in there.
No, Norman would have gone looking for the Russian swim team.
Dash 50 feet. Catch up with Thura. And I just want to take a look at the prisoner. Just as I'm like running up next to Thura and just kind of like, do I anything in particular I notice? She, you know, in rags? Is she in a noble gown, armor? Like, just quick, what can I glean when I look her up and down? real
Make a
quick?
perception check.
She's a drow.
That is. It looks like an @1, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So that is a 2.
You're fairly sure it's a male? And that kind of throws you. You're like, oh, what?
I thought it was a.
These feelings are so strange.
I thought it was a lady.
So you're not entirely sure. It's hard.
A bit
Thuridin's just like...
yeah.
Trying not to fall over.
Try not to tread on your beard.
Yeah.
No, he's got
Yeah,
tucked
it's
over
flipped
the
over the
shoulder. Surely.
Does Ricky like use it as a scarf in winter?
Oh, it uses it as a zip line hanger. It's towel. Yeah. I mean, I don't really
bag.
get wet. I just. Yeah. It's like seal skin, this stuff.
Yeah.
That was
behind
the
you all.
sound Pedro made, right?
From behind you all, you hear it crash through a wall, and then that noise just echoes in the chamber that you were in. It doesn't sound happy.
You hear Pedro here. Sharply cut off.
Pedro's still alive or point?
He has 1 hit point,
Yeah.
so...
We don't know.
Can you do
Well-
a link with him or not?
It depends
Yeah,
if he's turned around or.
If I was walking into him, I would have. But I don't. I was not.
You're not sure if he's still there, but you don't hear him.
If he's distracted the worm, then
Job
done.
Job's done.
You have distracted the worm.
One more
Varys.
disposable soldier down.
Pretty much.
Mr. Bones, you're up next.
Yeah.
He's not. He's less disposable.
Don't you have to collect his bone still?
Yeah. He's very handy.
You guys are like keeping pace. Varys just
See ya. Peace.
at a certain point
behind me.
he's running up the wall like Sonic would. Absolutely.
Yeah, don't look.
Corkscrewing round the tunnel.
Kincaid.
dash 50 foot.
No.
50.
Why do we spend so much time running away from things?
Yeah, that's all we've done the last few days. Run.
It's
been a lot of cardio.
I was gonna say. People say, "How's the underdark?" I say, "Oh, there's so much cardio."
Worse.
Not enough borscht.
That's not good booze. Everyone is awful, and you have to run all the time, everywhere.
Thura.
Just kept running. 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over there. Cute.
Can I look at the lady? She goes past me, or
The
possibly
boy.
man.
What's your passive? 14.
Yep.
Yeah. Male. Doesn't look in good shape. Apparently not being treated well. Bruising and that sort of stuff.
Can I talk to say something as it goes past?
Not your
Cool.
turn.
But
In your turn, absolutely. Ricky.
Again.
You're like, I'm catching up. The rest
my
of them.
God,
Meow.
Well, you know what I can just do?
Freedom of movement.
300 feet. 500 feet
500 feet.
dimension door.
You can, yes.
Wait, can't we all just hug you and then you can dimension door all of us?
No.
No.
I can take one other person.
Yeah.
Ricky, wait for me. I'm so
Um,
I assume you're
unfit.
doing normal movement,
Well,
at least.
yeah, at least move me 25 feet. And so, where we've been going, this was pretty close to the square.
No, you'd probably traveled
Or we camped.
10 minutes
didn't we?
out
Oh,
from
no.
from Harrenthal.
Parenthal?
Yeah, because we did some questioning of skulls with mixed success,
Yeah.
and then
Translation.
then went down this way.
Yeah, look, oh, for now I'll just dash again. I'll just keep running with the group.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll just keep running.
You hear crushing of rock. Like, it's quite loud, echoing down after you all. And you still feel the vibrations.
Do we hear hooting?
You do not hear hooting,
No.
but
What about owl screeching?
you could wager that potentially it did its job.
Potentially.
Okay. Varys.
Yeah, I'll probably run the 30 foot first, like looking down this tunnel. Does it just look like it just continues sort of thing, or does it look like after we get off the board it opens up into a room or a...
No, so this tunnel is probably about 10 minutes walk out of
Cool.
Harrenthal. You reached sort of a fork and went left to get to this tunnel. So you got about 10 minutes walking time for normal. You certainly weren't hurrying out of your way.
Yeah. I might just double dash again.
Okay. That's fair. So what's your full double dash movement?
90.
So 40 gets you to there. I'll just keep track on here. Yep. Anything else you'd like to do?
Cast an eye over the Svirfneblin as I'm just to see if I see anything, but that's about it.
Okay. You seeing it for the first proper time, like giving it an eyeball as you're running. Nothing unforeseen that you didn't see before. The one arm, the small little pendant with a piece of quartz, the, dirty, disheveled sort of look.
Yeah, cool. Nothing that particularly sticks out.
No.
No worries.
Beauty. Kincaid.
Probably just run, like 50-foot dash.
Just real tight. Thura.
I will 60 foot dash.
So Thura. just off. Ricky.
You forgot my carry-on luggage.
Yeah, just 50 foot for me again. I think that'll get me probably just in front of Kincaid again. Yeah. Me and Kincaid are quickly falling behind. You guys wait up. Throw it in, drop it, and pick me. We drop in. I mean, pick us both up. Drop the,
I could probably do that.
Although this one,
Yeah, you pick us both up. We'll hold the drow.
it's a little trapeze act running down the way.
And inverted pyramid like.
I was thinking
stack.
I just go into my shell, you carry the shell, and then you can sit on top of it holding the drow.
Yeah.
Why don't we just oil up your belly, and then I stand on you and just surf you through the tunnel?
And then Varys is way out front with the brush
completely down
on the ground.
Scrub.
Now this is curling.
I'm very down with all of that.
So you would be able to cover the distance back to Harrenthal in probably a matter of running at full tilt, double dashing the whole time. Probably 3 turns.
Cool.
So you get back to
From the 90s that are still very much intact.
Isn't like the last Big Mac sold in Iceland
Yeah.
in a museum?
I mean, if you preserve it in resin and shit.
Well, it's also because they have such like a bonkers high salt content, so there's no, there's like they dry out very quickly, which means no mold can grow because there's no moisture.
True.
Because there's such high sugar and salt.
So, essentially what we're going to do here is a small bird's eye view of Harrenthal.
Is that us?
That is all of you. And this is an approximation of Harrenthal.
A little bit. Sprayed my hand. It
Uh,
squirted on me.
You hurry in and you see the expanse of it opening up. You can smell the moisture in the air from the small
Smells bad.
aquifer that they use. And you can still feel the rumbling not preceding you. It's following you for sure.
Okay.
You're all running at maximum speed. There's nothing subtle about your movement. And you all get into town, you're sort of like starting to sweat pretty hard. What are we going to do?
As we run in, can I look at the structures nearest to see which looks the most climbable?
Sure. Most of the buildings are 2 or 3 walls, but in some way destroyed. So,
Is there anything approximating a raised platform anywhere?
no, not a raised platform. As most of the destruction that was
We may have
caused
to
here,
kill it.
this would be your closest vantage point at least. Something climbable that would get you off the floor.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm headed for that.
I'm probably going to
How
need a
high's the
separate mini
ceiling?
for you. You're probably going to outstrip the rest, so you will be little Gobby Nodder.
Yeah, sure. But
How high is the ceiling in Harrenthal?
It's probably about 70, 80 feet.
Okay.
my regular movement gets me to here. Can I climb up on this?
So what?
5. Yeah. So from there.
10, 20, 30. Like, this is a...
Oh,
Because
is it
this is the
10
whole
foot
party.
space? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
zooming out a bit.
1, 2, 3. So my bonus action dash gets me to there. Can I climb up this thing?
Yeah, sure. Make an acrobatics or athletics.
26.
Easy. You scale it nimbly, deftly, and climb up, about 7, 8 feet of rubble.
And then I would like to.
Are you still holding the Smurf Niblin as you're doing this?
Oh, that's true. Did I kill?
You rolled a 27, man.
Okay, yeah, he's with me. Yeah, he's with me. So.
Juggling him,
Yeah,
Backflip and kick him up and land, catch him.
I like bounced him off the wall, then parkoured off his back somehow, and then yanked him up onto the roof.
You're like God of War air juggling him up.
Uppercut.
I mean, that's pretty much what a 26 is,
Yeah.
right?
All right, so yeah, and then I would like to action hide,
Okay.
which is 25,
Okay.
and yeah, that's a me.
It's a me.
Mario.
Now we'll take the rest of you as one turn if you're all moving together. That is.
It's 50 feet.
I'm just
straight
moving
down the
10
guts.
feet faster than them.
Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Oh, yeah. Are we going towards Varus or are we just straight down the
I
guts?
feel like straight
Yeah,
down
no,
the
I
guts.
thought we were going.
Yeah, run, keep
Yeah.
running. I can catch up.
30, 40, 50. Wait. Yes.
Yeah. And I'll be like, I mean, I'd gain 10 feet on them every time, so I'd
Yeah.
probably
I'll get
be.
you
Do you say it was 3 turns here?
3 turns to get there, yeah.
So I'd be at least, what, 30 feet in front of him now.
Okay. So you're leaving them behind somewhat. You two move at the same pace.
Yep.
What's this building I'm next to? Because can I just, like, duck behind that? Or is that too much?
If you can get around it, you can.
3, 4. Yeah. The 30 will get me just on the other corner. 30 in front of him. 10, 20, 30.
Yep. So 5, 10, 15. Yeah. I mean, 10,
Yeah.
20, 30. Cool. So you take cover behind this building. As you two, the slower of the crew, panting, sweating, carrying, not carrying anyone,
No,
but
importantly.
running nonetheless. The other two have outstripped you by miles, and you're both just
Right red in the face.
Turn into a horse.
I mean, 250 kilos,
Something like that.
wearing chainmail,
Also
4 foot
200 kilos.
also,
Like,
also dense.
I'm 200 pounds, so.
I'm 214 kilos.
Oh.
So, as you are,
Yeah, but I'm 2 foot shorter than you as well, so. Low center of gravity.
Very low.
Good wrestler.
as you're running along, Varus is posted up, looking around, and he sees the absolutely blasts out of the tunnel that you guys have just been running in. From the ground up into the air. Gets probably 10 foot off the ground and then thumps to the ground. I'm using the owl to signify the head of the thing because we're all zoomed out at the moment. You see that tunnel that you were in just crumble into nothing pretty much around it.
Would it? It's 20 foot, isn't it? Would it be like 2 squares?
Oh, yeah, it
where
would
kind of-
too.
Wouldn't he like use a spider?
Yeah,
Probably more
screw
accurate.
Hermetin.
Zarakus Gargantuan's 20
Yeah.
by 20.
Absolutely correct. And it emerges. It was just following the sounds, the vibrations echoing down the tunnel. You definitely kept it at bay with the owl. It
Distracted it.
went back into the tunnel, snatched through the air, and then found nothing else.
That's why I was like, Pedro, just go the other
Just
way.
go
making
die
as
for
much-
us.
As much noise as you can, just tie an air horn to Pedro and send him in the opposite direction.
Honk! Honk! So, we'll jump back to the top of initiative. Kincaid, you are up. You hear that sound, and you just sort of... Oh, shit. What are you going to do?
How messed up does the drought look? Like, do they look sort of like a kind of on death's door?
No, not that bad. Like, they needed it as at least able to answer questions and think straight. They didn't want to have to carry it either, so can walk.
people's elbow.
Somewhere in the middle.
Would I know if it's like, is it listening to us?
You're not sure, because you couldn't become it. You wouldn't entirely know how it
What
operates.
did I get on the nature check? Would that give you anything? You know, when I was like,
Oh, yeah,
it's a
you did
little,
roll
I can't remember exactly.
Also,
17?
you're a druid. You know something about animals. You've looked at it and you go, "That's a big fucking worm with no eyes."
Well, what I'm thinking is blindness and, more importantly, deafness. If I can cast deafness on it, is it just like I'm a bat? I use my ears to see.
You.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
would
I
pause?
get you. I get you.
I mean, it has to make a save, so.
Yeah.
But more just like, is it really obvious that that's a bad idea to Kincaid?
It doesn't seem like a bad idea to you. You just sort of like, from what I understand of animals, I mean, they often need to be able to hear to echolocate or whatever it is that they do.
Yeah.
Might be worth a shot.
The other option is Ricky hopefully just dimension doors or something way away. Yeah, I'll keep that in my back pocket. But instead, what I'll do is I'm gonna do the same again, thaumaturgy. This time, instead of like the tremors, it's like a rumble. What is it? Just a loud noise.
Yep. Like over this way.
Loud noises over here.
Okie dokie.
And start kind of zigging. Like, so I don't mean to be moving. We're still moving 3 squares, but yeah.
Like to this aside.
Yep.
Cool. Split that. Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Hoorah.
I'll chuck old mate on the ground,
Okay.
and I'm gonna people's elbow, non-lethally,
Okay.
And
to,
kill her.
just to knock him out.
Alright, make the attack roll.
Non-lethal. I put my greatsword through his head.
Non-lethal.
Does 21 hit?
Will hit.
I think it's flat 6 damage.
Okay.
He's just like, what the hell?
Folds in half.
I threw them on the ground and people's elbowed the back of their head.
Let's see. I'll
He did
make.
this weird jerky thing and then stopped moving. I'm pretty sure he's just unconscious.
He's fine. His neck's at a right angle, but
Did
he's
he
fine.
shit himself?
I'm going to make a Constitution save.
He's not making any more noise, but also he's I think he's having a seizure.
He appears at least dazed, not unconscious.
Hit him again.
But
Alright.
You've got to
Back in people's
Go to
elbows.
sleep. Oh, that really got my son.
It's like the isn't it Lock, Stock, 2 Smoking Barrels, and they got the guard in the back of the van?
Although they're prone.
or
said knock it.
snatch.
No, it's Lock, Stock.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it an advantage because they're prone?
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
Not much better. 13.
Okay. After the first lands on it, he's nimble. He just sort of ducks to the side as your elbow cracks into the ground next to where his head was.
Right on the point.
Ah, my funny bone!
You're gonna get it for that.
Says something to you in Undercommon. You have no idea what it says.
Stop hitting me, probably.
I'm on your side. I was sent by Alphinus.
We have a mutual bit of
Who
backstab.
sent you?
I'm no paladin, Thuridin.
Nice neck.
Does it come in unbroken?
Any bonus?
Shame if they were bulging.
Do I have... I could... Spiritual weapon non-lethal.
No. I don't think so.
Magic force damage.
Non-lethally.
Force is like pure magic.
Yeah, force from the pure essence of the weave.
Pure impact.
Anything else you would like to do? Ricky, you're up next if
That's it.
that's the lot. Ricky.
Alright, so I run up to Kincaid.
Okay.
What you trying to help me? They just beat on me viciously. And then
I've got my lay on hands, don't worry.
He threw me around the corner, roped me up, knocked me out.
so hog-tied me and dragged me with Dimension Door.
Yes.
It says I can teleport to any location or to any other spot within range. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize. Now that's what I'm going off here.
Okay.
So if I remember, like we explored through Harrenthal pretty thoroughly.
Yep.
We looked around a bunch of buildings. We were looking down at this square from this spot in the thing.
You would recognize, like, you could be able to pick pretty much any spot in the central section of Harrenthal.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
you
wondering.
don't have
I'm
to
like,
see it.
so like, yeah, so basically that's what I'm like, okay, I pick a spot I remember that was like up the other end of Harrenthal.
Right
And I'm
near where you
like,
came in.
pretty much 500 feet is the max range, and I'm trying to go towards that spot with Kincaid.
So, another 4 of them.
Wow.
So you two,
map further.
you two are
Gone.
essentially
Yeah, I'm like-
removed from this
I'm
battle.
visualizing this place on the other side of town.
Good luck, everybody else.
So
Oh, you
you,
think you can leave us in the
Well,
dark?
here I go. Good luck, everybody else.
Also, I'm like, Kincaid is still on 2 HP. Oh, no,
you got
okay.
I healed him.
I didn't say that.
in your
And
mind,
also, we're slow and not stealthy.
Yeah.
the beard was in your way. You're like,
Yeah.
Yes, Thuridin, the most stealthy of the group.
With his prisoner, who is also stealthy,
so
struggling stealthily.
Varys,
Getting
you see
beaten up, also
the
stealthily.
worm erupt out of the ground. You see the slower two from your little vantage point. You see them just gone.
Cool.
A little flash of arcane light and gone.
You do hear
My
loud
beard,
noises.
my beard extends up in front of me, draws a circle like Doctor Strange, and we step through it.
Oh no, is that how you cast spells now?
That's how the dimensions
Your beard is your sling ring. Just wrap around your
Yeah,
fingers.
the little like knot tying on
Yeah,
the end
yeah.
of my beard is the.
You're just doing these ones, and the beard's like swinging.
My own version of neck.
A little sensual as well. Okay, so the worm.
Just crack a bottle out of it.
Absolutely. Not much else in here is making noise. It thunders through the space where your noise was emanating. Crunches into the wall, sort of almost glancing along it.
Oh, it's not just going.
No. Varys, you are posted up on a 25 stealth.
Cool. There's what is it? Stalagmites. The
Stalactites.
Yeah, it's tights on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And is there one hanging above its tail, particularly?
Trying to aim ahead to sort of where it's moving.
Yeah, sort of, kind of like if something hit a stalag, whatever, and it
Tight.
fell and like impaled it through the fucking tail, sort of deal.
Okay. Make a perception check. See if you can angles math in the dark.
This thing is
That
the creature,
is
yeah?
It's a creature.
17.
Okay. Not bad.
Monstrosity or
I
something.
think it was monstrous.
Not as big as it
It's a
is,
creature.
but still
Sizable enough to cause it serious
enough to-
discomfort and give it some problems.
sure. Yep.
Cool. Well then, yeah, I'll crack out the bow
Okay.
and do the AP shot thingy
Okay.
just to fill up the pain pool a little more,
Sure.
and then pick a stalagmite or whatever above it, and then yeah, have a shot.
Okay. Make an attack roll. This is a targeted shot. This will be at disadvantage though
I was
if you're
going
aiming
to
at the
bonus
bow.
action steady aim. And the range
flat
on the
roll.
new weapon is 80 foot is base range, 320 is max.
Yep. So yes, that would be a flat roll if you steady aim.
Cool. That's
That's
cocked.
very cocked.
And that is 3, so I'll use luck. That is a 7. Awesome. So 7 plus 10 is 17.
17. It doesn't crack it off and dislodge the thing entirely.
I wanted it to, if it actually impacted, I wanted to dump all of the pain pool into it.
Oh, okay. Very nice. How much have you got?
8.
Take that, stalactite.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Feel
But it ends up
pain,
being
rock.
like-
Roll your damage.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's 11, 19, just off the weapon.
Yeah.
There's no sneak attack or anything on that.
19 and then 8 from your pain pool.
Oh no, that's with. It's 11, it's 5 on the weapon die, plus 6 from Dex.
Yep.
And it's a +1 weapon, and then 8 from the pain pool, 19.
Beautiful. 19. I wouldn't say the whole thing would fall, but you would definitely... There's a searing flash as it impacts, and a section of it sort of slides away.
Okay.
Yep. It connects with it.
Cool.
And just sort of like crashes off it. The rock sort of shatters on top of it.
Yeah, super. My whole thinking behind this is that, as far as it's concerned, the thing that attacked it came from directly above it.
Or at least behind, or just not
Well,
in,
no,
not where we
the
are.
sound of a bow being shot from silence versus the thing exploding when it hits
True.
that, and then the rocks falling and stuff. I think the thing's going to be like, oh, it came from above.
Well, also, I don't know if your bow even makes noise, because it's you.
Yeah, I know.
Bones,
There's not a
sinew.
string.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume that might make it twang.
Sinew would.
But yeah,
launch
either
it,
which way, that's
essentially.
me. That's me. Bonus action.
Beautiful.
I sort of imagined it, like, this whole time I've been picturing, like, a spear gun. Like a harpoon gun, kind of. Like, not a... Like, I don't imagine it going out.
Yeah, no, initially it was more like hand crossbow sort of thing, and it was very much like it popped up,
Yeah.
and then that. But yeah, now that it's a 1d8 sort of thing, I figure it would act
For
more
a
like
bit of
a
longer
long bow or a
range.
short bow sort of thing. Like I do that, and it comes out like that.
It's like massive, and it's like, oh.
Well, if anything, like you put your arm out, and then a section of your bone would fold up to there, and a section would fold down to there, and they would be connected by a tendon, and then
Oh, that's pretty bad. Owie.
yeah.
It does hurt him every time he fires it.
Yeah, no wonder he's ow.
Ow. Stings. We're out like fighting near the sea. Oh, the salt water.
It's good. It's cleaning the wound.
But yeah, no, that's
Beautiful.
That's my turn.
I like it. Very creative. Kincaid.
You're very far
You
away.
just sort of like. What? What are you gonna do?
That's what we're doing.
So it's about a kilometre, maybe 1.5, the entirety of Harenthal.
Okay,
So
so we
you-
went 500.
You've
Went half the way up.
teleport a long way in.
Yeah.
You're essentially in the central square where you fought the Mind Flayer and its little horde. So there's plenty of cover. If you would like to take cover, that's fine. If you want to keep running, that's fine. What do you want to do?
What are you thinking? Maybe we hide? I feel like it just chases us.
Yeah, I feel like I want to keep running.
Just get running.
Maybe just we stroll.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah,
We keep moving, but we take it leisurely.
yeah.
Okay.
We're not dashing.
Make a stealth check while you're doing this. As you slow down, you can be a little quieter.
Oh, not bad. 17 and a 12, or 14.
Not bad.
You can add a D8. I mean, a D10 of bardic inspiration now,
baby.
if you'd like.
Where's she?
No, that's a 6. I had to really think about it because of the D100 one. And I'm like, oh, is it a 6 or a 9? 21. Yes.
Ahoy!
Okay. That
I've
is
been
the-
watching Varus. The trick is, you don't make noise.
Good students.
Pay attention sometimes.
He struggles with the more advanced concepts, but he gets the simple ones down. He's got the basics.
The fundamentals are flawless. Be stealthy, don't make noise.
Don't make noise.
So Varus, as you're standing there, the small Sverfneblin goes, yeah.
Was that 10
What was
turns already?
that? Hey.
Was that 10 turns already?
Yep. And he's sort of just like hanging limply, looking at you like,
I look at him, look back at the worm.
And he looks at me.
it starts just like trying to like hop off your shoulder onto the wall.
We're dying together.
with its one arm, it's like a little nub on this side. It's just like,
Ever seen a gnome go splat from this height?
Yay.
can you let me stand, please?
There's a giant worm.
Yeah, also that.
Okay, so are you going to say anything to it?
Yes. Also, run and I'll shoot you in the back. Can I roll intimidate on
Yes,
that?
you absolutely can.
Paralyzed.
If you move, I'll kill you.
I would like to use luck to re-roll that. I'm going to use a different dice because that one feels tired.
That one's knackered.
Yeah, that's better. 22.
I've spread the tired dice. Superstition.
You see, just for a moment, you're like, there's just this flash of pure,
Confusion.
no, on your face, pure hatred, and the thing sees it. It looks like it's going to be defiant for a second, and then it goes,
You will shoot me, won't you? Yes, I will.
He's not just messing with me, I think.
the small creature, like, just hangs on the corner with its one hand.
Good.
Is it the giant flesh bow coming out of his hand that really
Yeah,
You
pretty
will
delicate.
heal.
But look, he's
pulling
pretty.
back his own sinew as the bones fold out into this Cronenberg crossbow?
That went into the intimidation for sure.
I'm about to rename it.
The Cronenbow.
Cronenberg. Okay.
Tell me that's not pretty bang on, though.
It's pretty good. It's definitely on the short list.
Thoradin,
Mm.
can I get you to roll an intimidation?
Uh, 19. Plus 8. It's all in the missing tusk.
You just sort of like trying to stay still, stay quiet. You just stand over it, ready to elbow again, threatening the elbow. The drow just sort of slight clink as it raises its hands in submission. It's not making a sound. It's not moving. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I move 5 feet here and peek my head around the corner at it.
Okay. Are you holding the chain?
No, I've let go because I've done the people's elbow.
Okay. So you've left it's all chained up, but its chains are on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Make a stealth roll. Let's see how quiet you are.
5's pretty good for me.
Yeah.
So you sidle up.
The worm immediately looks straight at you. Oh! I don't think it saw us. Don't worry, we're invisible.
Yeah, he's like,
Don't worry, Kincaid.
It can't see us.
You think of that stupidity, and as you lean around the corner, oh, why have I not got?
that's one of my favourites.
Yeah. One you can't script.
So good. Don't worry about it.
It's one of my favorite memories.
That's what Kincaid and Ricky are talking about. Half a kilometre
Yeah,
away.
it's Scarlet, like, we've got the black shell out.
Yeah, like, breathing in good times. Every now and then you hear.
Boy, I hope the other guys are okay.
It's like they're fine. Just see one just sprinting across an open field as the worms vacuuming up behind them.
You scrape your armor just a little bit on the side of the building as you sort of move around and look. There's just this little as you're and you see the wormy.
Okay, so I do see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I use Conquering Presence on it.
Okay.
That's a 16 Wiz saving throw.
What's the range on
30 foot. I just need to see it.
it? Okay. It is
It's 10 foot squares.
Yeah.
40 feet away.
Oh, is that 10 foot
Yeah,
squares?
there's 10 foot squares.
Oh,
We're
It's
zoomed
sort
out.
of zoomed out, yeah.
But you still have another 10. You can get close enough.
then
to
I'll
do that.
use 10 foot, I guess, to get
You may, well, you'll almost definitely become visible if it could see you.
I just need to be able to see it. Wait, is it 30 foot or is it more? Hold on.
Check.
Worth checking.
60,
Yeah, 30 foot.
Okay, so you'll have to move into sight range if you would like to use that.
Yeah, and I'll just Conquering Presence.
Okay, read me Conquering Presence.
With 16 saving throw, it becomes frightened if it fails.
Read me the skill.
You can use your channel divinity to exude a terrifying presence. As an action, you force each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 foot of you to make a wisdom saving throw, and a failed save, a creature becomes frightened you for 1 minute. And then it can repeat the save each turn.
Okay. So you step around the corner, almost certain that it had heard you. As soon as you step around, the massive whirling, like, toothed grin just turns towards you, and you channel everything you've got into this thing to try and scare it away. It's a creature after all, and you're almost certain.
Supernaturally terrifying.
And our Barb's boy's gone. Shit.
I will make a save out here. It's a whiz 16, you said.
Yeah. Oh, that looks shit.
It is shit.
Oh, does it have a plus 11?
On
Well,
wisdom?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't think so. It's a little worm.
It does have legendary resistances, though.
On a wisdom, it gets a -1.
Oh,
Yeet.
So you step out, just like strike your most heroic stance, and then just roar at the thing. And it is frightened of you.
Does the whole snake eats its own tail and just vanishes?
As it like rolls over and submissively.
So, it is frightened. It has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you are in its line of sight, and it can't willingly move closer to you.
Nope.
Anything else in your
I'll
turn?
move another 10 foot away from it.
Okay, you're not moving closer.
No.
Doesn't that break it?
So you've
do you mean?
gone...
Like the frightenedness?
No, it can't move closer to me.
It just can't move closer to me. It's just
If you're
frightened.
in sight?
No, that's if I'm within sight, it can't do whatever, but it still can't move closer
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
if you're in sight, it has disadvantage on the blah blah blah, and then just flat no matter where you are.
it
Can't
can't
move
willingly
closer.
move closer
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So it can only move closer by 4.
Even if it's like, I think he's around that corner, it's going to run away.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Which direction? Gonna laser it?
Backwards.
Just straight back?
Yeah, straight back.
Okay. So you've gone 5, 10.
I can move
Oh,
on.
sorry, that's 10,
20.
20.
Back.
Yeah.
So you're here or back around the corner?
I'll go back around the corner, I guess, straight next to it.
Yeah, stay with the prisoner.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a save on the prisoner as well, because it would have been able to see you.
I did not choose the prisoner.
Oh, did you not want to frighten it?
No,
Yeah,
because
it's
I wanted
only
to
if
come
you
with
choose,
me.
sorry. True.
At least
Fair.
vaguely willingly.
Yeah.
That's fine. All good.
And also the prisoner would have seen me from there. Yeah, I have to see it in order to use Conquering Presence, and I could only see the worm.
Yep, true, you did step
yeah,
around the
it's around
corner.
Yeah.
Good looking out. Then in that case, you cow the young worm. And Ricky, it is your turn. You're just walking through the square. You can still hear very, very distantly that rumbling echo. But it's so far removed now. It's like,
Yeah.
Fuck it up. It's quite peaceful in there,
Yeah.
actually.
I mean, just strolling along.
Look at that mosaic.
yeah. Oh damn! Look, that wall didn't get wrecked.
Oh, look, some old
I
pottery.
feel like that.
But that's
kind of
getting up to
handmade
do the
things.
touch is amazing, but
I feel like
what
that's
a beautiful
sufficiently
place.
big, problem.
Surely we should
That's
come back
like
for lunch
us.
sometime.
if I can do that.
Yeah,
if
I
we
mean,
have to, like,
literally,
find
I'm
it,
have to
just
find
strolling
it.
along next to Kincaid.
I think it's better planned.
Are you heading to the exit?
Yeah, we're
Essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you can't move towards me, maybe Varys can scare it and like make noise in the other direction and get it to move away, and then we can.
You don't have minor illusion. You have dancing lights.
No, I have minor illusion. And
That makes noises.
it's 30-foot range and will last for 1 minute after I cast it. All
Yeah,
that sort of
sick.
stuff. Yeah. Right now, though, it doesn't even seem necessary. Like, just legging it.
It essentially moves inside the wall its tail is pretty much all you can see.
Can I see the chains?
You have dragged them inside the tunnel.
Okay. That moves way too quickly for me to even catch up and grab the chains anyway.
Thankfully, in this case, it moves away from you, though.
Yes.
So, that is its turn. Varys, what are you doing?
Turn to the Swerve Nebula and say, "You're coming with me," and scoop him up under one arm,
Okay.
and then
Oh.
double dash
Smells nice.
that way.
Price is like, I'm so stabbing you later.
I'm going to ignore that for now.
Yeah.
One more. No.
So it just.
As you, like, leap off this building, it's like...
It's like that thing when you like put a turtle in front of a bike and then ride downhill.
Wait, what?
What?
Like
Fuck
you get
is
a
that?
when you get a turtle or any creature
Yeah,
that
a
isn't
slow-moving
usually moving quickly,
creature.
and then you just put it in fucking like the front view of whatever and ride really quickly down a hill sort of thing. People just film their reactions and shit. Just watching a turtle travel at like 1,000 miles an hour while its brain's trying to process. Not that you throw it down a hill 100 miles.
That's how I
Where you like get a turtle and throw it in front of you and then just ride your bike down over it. And I was
You
like,
ride the bike over the
I
turtle.
was like what is this sadistic
Don't
shit that
worry,
he's
I
talking
gotcha.
about?
I was there with you.
you know when you're like curling with turtles downhill and it's
The old endangered species X Games that we have on the weekends.
endangered species X Games.
Quite a fun event. So, you jet along. If you'd like to use... So use your...
Bonus action and action. Bonus action is to dash.
That was
Action is to
double dash,
dash.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yep. So that's just it.
that's the lot. And
Just
it's
trying
sort
to
of
make distance.
running along the rubble and then a small leap down. Like, it's nothing huge. And as quiet as a moose.
I mean, he's tiny, isn't he? The Swerve Nebula?
This Swerve
2
Nebula,
feet.
his feet aren't even touching the ground. He's under my arm.
He's playing foosball.
Kincaid.
Well, he's 2 foot. Like,
I mean, you could have just and then just catch him, zoom off and catch him.
we'll throw him up to turn.
Yeah.
He catches him and flies off.
Kincaid. Sticking with Ricky.
I wonder how they're doing
I
Probably fine.
really hope they're not needing any silvery barbs right now.
I know. You know, we couldn't. It's so nice just being able to act normal and not like when Bleak Nest had to pretend to be a slave. Well, I still got some of those cigars. You want one?
This reminds me of that one time I got
We're just strolling casually 30 foot at, well, 25 foot at a time. No.
It's just, you know...
Like a minute from now when we catch up, we haven't killed the worm and it's still following us. You're like, man, we should have been sprinting.
No, that's when I go.
So much time.
No, that's when I just go. Still got one more spell slot.
Here to join me. I drop it, came in the back and grab Ricky's hand.
As he's reaching down.
Yeah, I'm just like, shall we, good sir?
Don't mind your back.
Oh shit.
Ricky?
Oh no.
Roll, Ricky!
Time for the normal
Roll, Ricky!
cut to impenetrable sphere just flying through.
A worm's digestive
Yeah.
tract.
So this is like just a giant pinball machine.
Yeah.
Bouncing off all the buildings.
So it's the peaceful
very
music
dizzy.
while you guys are like, oh man.
Yeah.
Chilling.
We've lived a very.
And then we thought it's like you can't rest while enemies are nearby.
Yeah.
I thought that might flicker. It's gone from this square where we last saw him.
I'm like, waiting for us to return back through here and preparing some kind of ambush.
Surprise, motherfuckers!
You hear in your mind.
Motherfuckers.
I actually started rewatching Dexter.
Oh yeah? It's good.
Never watched it.
It's worth watching.
It is.
Unable to willingly move closer.
Tunnel, and it disappears into said tunnel.
Yeah, fuck off, bro.
The famous drow, the fearsome drow war cry.
Fuck up,
Fucking stab ya.
Now, in essence, combat is over.
Let's go.
While you're waiting there, your heart's still racing. You guys, the sweat still dripping off you as you walk along peacefully.
Prestidigitations.
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah, you guys changed back into his like leisurely bathrobe.
Yeah,
He's got the hat back
Yeah,
on.
on one of the turns we stopped and like changed and
Took off our like slave costumes,
Yeah.
put our normal clothes back
Whilst
on.
we're just running with some like prisoners in tow.
Kincaid's stone shapes like a footpath. Just sitting there. Oh, that's my life.
my dogs are barking.
My big elephant like cloppers.
So, Thura, you're standing there, the prisoner just laying on the ground.
Yeah, no, I picked that guy
It
up.
says words, you don't know what it's saying to you. And Varys, you're still running full tilt with this little swerve. It's going. But, you know, you essentially
We continue
just
on that pace.
jettison.
I'm just like, you're coming with me if you want to live. I'm just dragging it with me.
It doesn't seem to understand what you're saying, but it gets the gesture of yank.
You have no choice.
Yeah.
So,
This is happening whether you want it to or not.
New management.
how fast are you moving? Okay, so you're doing as fast as you can possibly go. Just dragging the chain. You like pike it over your shoulder and start running. The drow is forced to keep up, otherwise you would be dragging. And you essentially keep running. The two of you would eventually catch up, sort of center of town. You see these two, you know,
I just see
hair
like smoke
slicked
coming
back.
out.
They've got a
I've got all
stake.
the beast curlers in.
Yeah.
I grabbed that out of Ricky's hand. Oh, cheers, mate. I've been hanging with one of these.
A couple of slices over his eyes.
1,000.
He's got like a mud mask on as
Yeah.
well.
With a little footpath.
The only reason you would notice Varys is there is you hear a tiny little voice.
Whoa! What are you smacking?
I don't speak under the common. I don't speak to.
You would know
men's
this.
full
He's. I don't know. I gesture for one.
I'll just give him the one that I took off Ricky.
Oh, hand it to him. It's like as big as his arm.
Yeah. Flip that.
You know what I'm saying? And his little one arm,
Oh, he's doing it wrong. I don't like it. Take it off him. Take it off him.
he's just sort of.
Slobbering on it.
He's definitely licking it.
Oh, it's so wet.
Hand it back to Ricky.
Where is your circle etiquette?
Pop, pop, pass, not deep throat, whatever was happening next.
Gag, gag.
Not glock, glock, glock.
Can I hop down now?
I suppose.
He's getting away.
He's escaping.
I rolled and kill it.
Thanks for helping, guys.
Are you discussing with these guys what the situation is?
I mean, we saw he was a little gnome that got paralyzed, I guess.
But a little transpired on
like
the
the
rooftop.
Oh.
Oh,
You killed it?
Oh, I scared it off, mate.
nearly.
Nice, good one.
We definitely heard it, so like it's probably not going to be pissed off and remember us.
Do you want me to teleport us out of here, or do we want to keep exploring the Underdark?
I think we should question, I slap him on the head, this fella about where the Duergar were taking him.
Oh yeah, because they were saying,
We were looking
are we
for that
going
We
the
were
right
looking
way?
for the Duergar, trying to find the
Well, we found
Sacker.
them, Durga.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
killed them, but we found them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's
but we wanna
what's
know
the
if they know
drow
about
common
the,
language? Is it undercommon?
I think it's
Or Undercommon or Elvish.
Or-
Yeah, I guess it's
probably
more
Elvish,
interchangeable.
whatever.
It would probably use Elvish and ask you, am I betrayed? Who sent you?
Betrayed.
The rest of you, no idea what is transpiring.
Betrayed?
Wow.
Not likely. Why are you here?
I cast Zone of Truth on both of them.
Okay. On the Sverf and the drow.
Yep.
On the war heroes.
It's a charisma 16 save.
Charisma? Okay.
Swerve nat 20.
The drow fails.
That's the main one.
You feel its resistance to it futile.
Does the Smurf pass?
It does.
I still regards it. and I give Barris a nickel.
I was like, Varys, go ham, mate.
Oh, yeah.
What was the DC, sorry?
16
16.
charisma.
Okay, that is a fail.
Oh.
Both of these guys are at your whim. They can't lie to you.
Yeah, super. Alright. To the drow. Why are you here?
So they can't lie.
They don't have to.
They don't have to answer truthfully.
Yeah.
But they just cannot tell.
They can avoid answering questions, to which would normally be a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Okay.
So it's just not allowed to lie, but it can
Me and
avoid it in
standing
whatever
there
way.
cracking our knuckles, looking intimidating.
And I'm here like,
Yeah, you're just ready.
Let me just take these cucumbers off my eyes.
I grab one and I eat it.
The beard curl is all you're gonna get it when I'm done packing these up. They have to go in their special case, otherwise they'll get moldy.
Wait, no, the blue one next to the other blue one.
No. Oh, Ricky has OCD.
I spilled my conditioner.
I blame this on you. The drow, in all honesty, they have the wrong person. I'm no use to them.
What did they want from you?
They were trying to ask for guidance, and I don't know the location of what they're after.
Guidance to what?
They, and you would all understand the term he uses in Elvish, Zakath Rakasti.
Okay.
He's looking for Zach Athrakasti.
Yep.
I don't.
And why did they have the wrong person?
They assumed I'm drow that I know. I don't know.
So
Where?
they assumed you were someone else?
They just
Or
made
just an old drone.
assumptions.
Oh, wow. So it was really just a Durga, like, just kidnapped a random drow?
I was like,
You
take
nailed
us,
it.
you would know.
You take us to the deepest secrets of your society.
I-
I'm a mailman, sir.
This is a Wendy's.
I barely understood them, let alone could guide them. I'm of no use to them. I'm not sure why they thought I would know, but
What is your name?
Vetrus. And you?
Veterus, like Veterus.
Vatras. Yeah.
R-E-S.
Pretty close.
Veterus. I am... Jesus Christ. what was it?
Bladeson?
Bladeson. Yeah.
No, Don John Lazo.
That's Don John.
That's me.
He's played Bladeson.
I'm Blade Bladeson.
You all start talking. What was your name?
For now, call me Blade.
Okay, Blade.
Subject to change.
Subject to change in the future.
Are these,
Hearing Blade, I'm like, Bladeson.
are these necessary? I mean you no harm. I merely would like to
Why
return
is he
to
holding up his
Bleaknest.
hands in a threatening manner?
What's he saying?
Do these
I mean-
manacles look like the magical ones?
Well, yeah,
Just
I'll
plain.
take the Danku Baron thingy and try and lockpick him off him.
Okay.
He's mind control Varus and he's trying to make him escape. Get him!
So that's a 4, so that's a dirty 20.
Oh my god.
You're like,
More.
man, these are poorly made. Oh, I thought that would be way better. Oh, just
Literally put it in
scrub the lock.
Off they disintegrate.
Whilst he's asking these questions, can I see
Just sort of
if
rubs.
the Snurf is reacting, like, in any way to specific words, like Zach Athrakasi or whatever? Like, if the Snurf Niblin is, like...
Okay.
Like, he's understanding and...
He doesn't seem to
knows.
understand literally anybody right now. Just looking around wild,
so he doesn't speak
wild
Undercommon.
eyes.
The head spin on that cigar is still
But
getting.
they're speaking in Elvish.
Yeah, they're speaking Elvish.
Oh, I thought I was speaking Undercommon. Yeah.
What about normal common? What about
Yeah.
above common?
What's your story, little man?
He understands none, unless you
Oh,
speak.
what about Aquan? You speak Aquan, surely.
I speak of him in
Subterranean,
Dwarvish.
underwater, same thing.
Yeah.
Speak of him in...
Understuff. The great language of things that are underneath other things.
Does anyone know Undercommon? other than back.
I know Dwarvish.
I'm just yelling at him in comments.
Yelling at him.
You're all speaking to him, and he's just sort of like
In different languages.
clutches at his pearls. Oh, hi.
Doesn't understand. They just speak louder.
Yeah, sure. And the drow are conversing. It's like, I'll murder you. I'll kill your family, and I'll stab you in your sleep.
Murder.
I feel like
Death, torture, murder.
I would imagine drow speaking to each other sounds like when you hear Russians and you think they're like screaming at
Just
each other.
sounds so
but it's like,
aggressive.
how's your day? Very good.
Or German, yeah.
Chilling.
Yep.
So, what was the most recent question I asked? Because that was like a.
You asked for his name.
I have no idea.
His name.
Veterus, yes.
Yeah,
and
you belong to a family.
yeah.
The family.
Do you belong to any of the families?
Not anymore. I forswore my family, and I'm as free as I could be.
Fair enough.
I intend not to return to Bleak Nest.
I wouldn't. It's a bit of a mess right now.
Well, it was always a bit of a mess.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well, don't go anywhere, and I'll turn to the Svirfneblin. You there?
He just sort of plops onto the ground, and he's just like, he's very raw underneath the manacles. Like, they're not gentle. The Svirfneblin sort of looking around, just like... Oh, sorry.
I will flick a single gold piece to the Svirfneblin.
Okay, it just like onto the floor in front.
That's for you,
Oh. Why?
because we're friends.
Oh.
Now, what's your name?
Findle.
I'm Blade. Sorry, Findle?
Thindle.
Findle.
Bindle.
Lovely to meet you.
And
What were you
Blade.
doing down here? What were you screaming about? With the worm and the Duragar? You were yelling something.
Oh.
About his family being
Something about a family.
Well, my family were enslaved by Redgar. That Duragar that you slay single-handedly. And I...
People being killed.
Yeah, cut him in half with a javelin.
But I'll take the credit. Yes, I did.
Essentially,
Heroically.
it was just watching. It was trailing.
I followed them and the crunchy one, and they're gone. I have nothing left to. Thank you,
Oh, no, you're quite welcome.
Duragar.
They are bastards. Do you know the Undercommon particularly well? I mean, sorry, the Underdark particularly well? Like, you've lived down here all your life, I assume. You've seen the comings and goings of many a creature.
You're using a lot of big words.
Okay, how about this? Where were you and your family when Redgar murdered them?
We were in Big Spooper.
And whereabouts would that be relative to here? Which direction?
That way.
Back towards the caved-in stuff with where the worm was and so on. Okay, all right.
Sorry, was that Big's pooper?
Big Spopper?
You guys can't understand him. You just hear mumbo jumbo. Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe ask if he knows where the big red crystals
Well,
that
yeah,
the
that's
things we're looking for are.
Sort of I was getting at.
Red boom boom crystal.
You haven't seen the Duragar mining operation of some shiny red crystals around, have you?
Shiny red. No. I was following them. They were mining.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
He sort of
They were
relaxes.
looking for the Zach Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to
Maybe
use
he'll know where their encampment is.
Veterus here. Yeah, well,
Like where they came from. Or
Yeah.
something?
well, yeah, I think he just said it was
That way.
Big Spooper. And then
No, that's where the Snurf came from, but maybe he'll know where
did
the
Rednar
Duragar
and the
came
Duragar
from.
come
right. Where did Rednar and the Duragar come from?
I don't know.
Fair.
And he's in the zone of truth.
Yeah.
He appears to be being truthful.
Would you be able to jog his memory a little?
Only if it's happened in the last 24 hours.
Might be worth a shot.
What did he say?
That we might be able to make you remember a little better.
Oh, I've never known.
Oh, you've never known. Okay.
I just know that they came into Bingspopper and they did things to us.
Okay, so they came into Bingspopper.
Yeah.
From which direction did they go to Big
How
Spopper?
long ago?
How long ago? Which direction? So,
directions are hard down here.
Yeah.
Bing's Popper is a few days from here, and they came in the front.
Right.
You've fulfilled what I set out to do. I can go home now.
Yeah.
I think we should go to Bing's
If we
Popper.
let you, sure.
Yeah.
We can't talk about
Yeah, you're all just like,
So, would you be able to take us to Bing's Popper?
No,
Why not?
we don't like visitors.
Oh, okay. Let me put it this way. I pull out the dagger and point it at his face. Will you take us to Bing's Popper?
You won't fit.
I wonder what he said to him.
Because it's an incredibly small tunnel.
Yeah, it's built for us, not for you.
Then how did Duragar get in?
They're short.
Not that short.
Not that short.
Duragar, they're dwarves. They're like
dwarves.
3-4 foot.
But yeah, but I can crouch down and get into that. What does he mean I won't fit? I mean, Kincaid won't fit.
I think me and Kincaid will just stand outside like that, but these two can surely
I'll
get
just
in.
turn into a mouse or something.
Oh, I
And I
guess
can
I'll
go in there for 1 hour at a time.
guess I'll go fuck myself outside then.
I was going to offer
Come back
myself,
every 2 hours.
but I'm not much
an
good
hour.
to you.
He sort of flaps his little one arm.
Take it.
All I can offer is this.
And it sort of like takes off his little frail necklace and hands you the small thing.
What is this?
All I have of value.
Does it do anything? Or is it just a piece of quartz?
Is
I mean-
my gift not good enough?
Oh, no. I'm just merely curious as to all the potential things to worry about with it. I wouldn't want to misuse your gift incorrectly or ineffectively, not to its maximum optimal sort of ability. No. And now that we've clarified that it is indeed just a rock.
He's sort of like,
It's a very nice rock, thank you. But no, well, thank you, Thindle.
Yeah.
Is there any questions you want me to ask him?
he just scratches his
Does
little
he
stump.
know where like the nearest drow city is? Or Duragar?
It's Duragar City.
Blimble Block, whatever it was called.
He said they came in from the front,
Bing
so I
Popper.
guess whatever the front is in
okay.
Bing's
Do you know
Popper.
where the nearest Duragar settlement
Bing
to
Popper.
Bing's Popper is?
He said Beans Popper.
Bing's Popper.
Alright, so you go back to Bean Sprout. We're gonna head to
He sort of scratches his dirty hair.
Yucky.
Make an insight check.
I don't think he knows anything. I don't think he understands a whole lot. It's...
Look, you're throwing a lot of big words around on me. I'm gonna take them as offense. Watch your mouth. 10.
10 insight.
This is a very, very small-minded creature.
Fair, but turn back to the drow. Do you know where the nearest Duragar settlement might be?
I have no interaction with them. If possible, they snuck upon me while I was meditating over.
Whereabouts, do you know?
It doesn't have a name. I couldn't tell you where they come from. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Fuck this.
Do any of them want
Let's kill them both.
gainful employment?
What?
Yeah, but they
And
don't
by
speak.
gainful employment, I mean paying off the debt they owe to us for saving their lives.
Well, would you two be interested in a sort of casual contract?
It's
Just
definitely
with our
not
chance
binding for
meeting,
life.
sort of thing. We're looking for trustworthy people in the Underdark that we can contact every so often for information and so on. Would that be appealing to you?
There's just the most vacant look on Findle's head.
Oh yeah, on Findle I
Just
expect
like-
nothing.
I think we should
The head's
also
just slowed.
search them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you
Search
want
their
to
pockets
search
and
their
stuff.
pockets, I guess. Yeah.
The
go.
drow.
Is he even got pockets?
I have nothing on. Feel free,
The
frisk
Blackwood
away.
Society, they haven't even invented pockets.
Oh no, it's more just, he's in tatters. He's been taken while he was resting and he has nothing on him. Barely
we also
clothing.
couldn't search some Duragar because they got munched up.
Some of them did. There's still many corpses back there that
True,
we could go back there and I could ask them.
Yeah, the boss man. We can cut off his head and get it. Because
And then
that's
if
the
he
guy
says,
split
no,
in
I won't
half.
tell you. I say, well, how about I raise you as a zombie and make your corpse do weird and humiliating things in front of your family when we
Maybe
get
get
back to your city.
Varys to do that because he can run really quick.
Can we
and
go?
also be stealthy.
Can we go back? What employment? What do you mean?
Just should we contact you for information or potentially
Or does he want to come topside if he's staying out of Bleak Nest?
maybe, but well, either depends on your plans for the future. If you intend to continue living down here in this stinking shit pile,
I do.
okay, we would be happy to hire you every so often for information or just whatever you could find out about the general goings on down here.
Sure. That
We pay you
sounds
quite
amenable.
handsomely and that sort of thing, and it's not particularly likely to be a constant annoyance. Maybe once every so often we need a little information.
Sure. That sounds reasonable.
Brilliant.
I appreciate
They
your
haven't met. Okay.
your freeing me and saving me from those brutes.
Oh yes, no, I've no interest in a slave.
Wonderful. Because I've had enough of slavery.
Well, that's fair from your position, I suppose.
Thindle.
Thindle,
just a
would
quiver
you
in the.
like more money? Would you like more shiny rocks? There we go.
But I just.
Sometimes I will ask you questions
Good.
in return for shiny rocks.
Whoa. But I just gave you my shiny.
There will be other rocks.
Oh.
Good. I'm glad he's hired.
We have a deal.
We have a deal. Sign here.
You offer it to the wrong hand. It's just sort of.
But yeah, Kincaid, quick employment contract.
Oh, you're serious. Okay.
This is just boilerplate stuff. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just sign here, take me your bread.
Scroll.
It's and it's written all in Aquan.
It's just bubbles. It's just little pictures, little circles of varying size.
No, you say boop boop boop.
What do you scratch up for the Svirfneblin?
We ask you questions.
No, it's just
You
shiny
give good,
rock.
if give good answer, you get shiny rock.
no, it's
Spelled
just
R-O-K.
pictures. It's shiny rock, thumbs up, if like with the mouth.
Yeah, it's question.
Question mark, then a picture
and then
of a shiny rock.
question, and then like the question
And a
mark,
smiley face.
answer, and then like an arrow to thumbs up equals shiny picture of shiny rock.
And a happy
arrow
Smurf
to
one.
thumbs down, no shiny rock.
Okay, if there's nothing sneaky that you're putting in there,
Oh, no.
the drow sort of begins perusing. I assume.
Take your time reading it. It's
I trust they could read Aquan, or pretending to it.
Oh, it's very good.
Make an inside check.
I got a passive of 18.
Okay.
Also 18.
Beats a 5. It's just like,
Speak this language.
Checks out.
Seems like as good as offer as I'm gonna get.
just sign it, yeah.
Yeah, just sign it and then you're
Okay.
pretty much free to go.
Thank you. There you are.
Thank you.
You're like going through teaching the preschooler how to read the images.
How to sign.
Good. Yes.
And just like
equals rock.
slops his hand onto it. It leaves a small handprint on it.
That'll do, Tyndall. Good job.
You're that is legally binding.
We'll take it up with the courts. Alright, well, I don't really think there's anything else for us to do with you. So I suppose you should go about your days. Good luck avoiding the worm.
How long do you reckon it'll
Crunchy.
take Barris to run back, cut off the Duragar's head, and bring him back to us?
It was like 1 round and 3 rounds down.
Yeah, it
the
was
tunnel.
4 rounds to
Probably
get
fi-
here.
5 minutes. Like 5 minutes all up.
Yeah, it could be there and back pretty quick.
Like down a couple of minutes of chop, and
But
then
also,
back.
like, if we've got the extra time, I'd like to go very, very stealthily.
Yeah, take
Take
15
10 minutes or
Yeah,
15,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
surely.
if at all possible, I'd like
Yeah.
to do that.
The drow man, Vetrus. Well, farewell. I appreciate it. It will not be forgotten, Blade.
Oh. By all
And,
means.
Hear from you
luck.
soon.
Again, down in this...
You
I
guys,
give you my last 2 lay on hands and go.
you guys just hear murder.
Murder to death.
Last 2 lay on hands.
Yeah.
Oh. By the way, that one weighs a lot. That elbow to the head. Good grief.
You did well to survive it.
And he saunters off the way that you would exit out that a ways. This Swerf is sort of just looking back and forward.
Jeez. Yeah,
Go on.
I don't know, we kind of...
Yeah, we start throwing papers.
Kincaid's got a brood. He's like, yeah, go on.
Is that the curling brew?
Yeah.
I will see you yawn.
I don't like the way he said that. I don't know what he said, but I don't like the way he said it. I'm gonna kill him.
Was that a threat?
What?
yeah, I'd like to, stealthily start making my way back.
Okay.
I really thought that was going to be Scrug. When you were like a little blue thing with a with like an amulet around its neck, I was like, no, Scrug.
I thought belch bag when I heard the little slimy sound.
I also
voice,
thought that.
Nah, it wasn't.
It was a high pitched
enough.
voice,
It was
therefore
high-pitched, yeah,
it wasn't wet enough.
yeah.
If you're a belt bag, it would be a lot wetter. The shine is sweet most with the tongue.
So you stealthily head back. Make a stealth check.
47.
Oh, oops.
Oh, a natural 1. That's 38.
22.
22. Okay. You head back, and where the large worm erupted from the ground, there's a new path, a new tunnel.
Right.
You're not sure of its structural integrity, but you get probably 40, 50 feet in, and it starts getting a little bit dicey. You've lived in the Underdark. You know what a secure and stable passageway looks like, and you know what a could break potentially sort of passageway looks like.
Hermes, and launch him down the tunnel.
Okay.
Because I at least want to see that if the tunnel goes where I want it to go. Like, if that whole thing hasn't caved in and Rednar's not buried under 500 pounds of rubble. Because otherwise it's kind of a
Question
pointless
to
trip
answer.
anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hermes
just
would
walk
fly.
into him and...
Fly.
Yeah.
At a certain point, there is a small cave in where you wouldn't be able to squeeze through.
Right.
Hermes might be able to.
Cool. Yeah.
But it doesn't bode well for the rest of, like, you're probably only 50, 60 feet in.
Yeah.
It may have caused some collapses along
right.
its way.
Yeah, I'm starting to think we just fucking teleportation circle out of here. This isn't worth it anymore. We've been down,
it's
like,
going
looking
into
for this
too hot
goddamn
for
gem
another,
for
like,
3
weeks.
days, and
Yeah.
every lead just dies
Dries up,
or whatever. Like, fuck it. We don't need one.
Where can you circle us to?
I can get us to. I think we. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ty, but we talked about. I know, like, either like palace or temple in Ashara.
Yep.
And Amakir College.
Yes. Correct.
So I can get us right to the friggin' palace. The Vale
Yeah.
in Ashara.
Both are on the east coast.
Where's Amakir College?
It's like
East coast,
northeast.
nearish to Ashara.
I'm a key
Yeah, like they're
here.
pretty much near each other. Yeah.
Don't mind Kincaid and Ricky there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's north of Bashar.
Yeah.
A little whiles later,
That's not near Bournemouth at all.
Varys comes back quietly. He just sort of emerges from the shadows.
So no head.
Nope. Not happening.
Right. Worth a try.
This giant vibrating beast has burrowed straight through and kind of ruined the path.
Yeah.
I wonder how much cool stuff is lost with these worms.
Could have killed it. Who knows? Guess you'll never find out.
Oh, we will. We'll be back.
If we have to search
We
every
fought a
pile of
hydra.
We will
worm dung that we ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah, but also now we can tell people we have fought and lived against a dragon, a hydra, and a giant purple one.
Yes, you can.
It was purple.
Was it purple?
You couldn't tell in the light, but
It was purple.
sure.
Grayscale, but purple. You can
purple.
you know these.
You can tell.
Yeah,
So
dwarf. You know.
you get back together.
Good crack.
Passive perception. Thindle's hiding in the rubble, just like looking.
Let's take him with us.
He doesn't have much. He doesn't have much.
Pick me up.
And you hear it scutter off a little further.
I mean, Thindle, do you want to come with us?
Can we keep him?
No, he's creepy.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like Gollum, but
he would
with one arm.
He would just cause like a headache up the
He's
stairs.
this horrible
think it'll
little
be
crippled
fun.
Gollum creature.
Imagine that running around friggin' Stonebreak.
That sounds awesome, mate.
No, he'd be eating children.
Yeah,
Oh.
he doesn't
And
speak
small
any
birds.
language.
No, I think that was the vibe I got off him. It's not understand the
It's not a Smurf Network thing, it's just
but
the
I got
him.
strong vibes.
So as you stand in the courtyard, essentially, where that strange faux fight occurred, what are you all going to do?
Do you want me to draw a circle?
I mean,
I kind of want to find where the Juragar came from, and if we can get answers.
Yeah, I
that's
think we're just gonna
like
be
I agree,
wandering.
but I don't know how.
If we
Yeah,
go
yeah.
follow him back to like where his town is, they'd surely be nearby there.
Follow Thindle back to.
Did
Yeah.
you say how far away?
He said it was like Glen
It was 2 days travel. For him though, which could be like 30 minutes for us.
Or it could be longer because he's going through smaller tunnels.
Yeah,
But
he knows all
I
the
think
shortcut
if we can find a way to like find the Durgar within I don't know a couple of days, like let's say 3 days. Sure.
Should we give it like
Like,
3
but-
days?
but
If we
also-
But
can-
I don't even know where to start. Like,
I think the best place to start is following him back to where his town is, and then
I shouldn't have thrown rocks at him.
because he said the Juragar,
Scamper off into
the
darkness.
Juragar went to his town and
Yeah, he did
killed
say that.
everyone, which
But
means
also,
that
like, we don't know that like this might not be like the Duragar that we fought could be like the equivalent of bandits, right? Like
Yeah.
they're not like they.
Or just-
might
But
not
they
be
were
some-
looking-
Or like a whole other clan or something.
but they were
it's
looking
like-
for the Zakath Rakasi, so
Yeah, but they could
That's
just
true.
be
Well, looking
you know.
for it by definition means they
Yeah.
don't know where it is.
Yeah.
same as
Actually, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
very true.
So you don't know how long they were digging blindly,
Yeah.
or blindly with
But
Vetrus's
and yeah, then captured
guidance.
someone else to figure out if they were going the right way. Like
Your call. What would you like to do?
So that there was no way to get back and get those heads.
not that I could really see. Like,
Yeah, not the way that you came from.
Like you,
Would it be
if you've
worth-
got something with burrowing.
Well, that's what I was
that-
thinking because I have badger.
Oh, you
burrows.
used a badger to get through last
if
time.
we short rest and that was my thing of like, okay, I take a short rest, we spend, let's say it takes me half an hour to dig back there, we can question some of the heads, and if that doesn't come up with some concrete leads, then I think that's really a dead end.
Because the badgering's how we got to here because there was a cave in, remember?
Yeah, that was how we got to the tunnel that led into where the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through a cave in.
okay,
Oh, we weren't
So
doing that. We
it's
chilled
worth
for
a short rest.
yeah.
And then
short,
if
short
not,
rest in an hour or two, and then I think yeah, because
Yeah.
I agree that it'd be good to find the Durgar, but I also think that Varys is right that we're kind of at a like we'd all like to find
All
the
of our
Durgar,
leads
but
have burned
like yeah. All right,
So, I mean, we can-
let's short rest. I'll get
short
my wild
rest.
shapes back, and then we can take it from there.
burrow through,
Aye.
question heads. If no leads, zip zap back to Alf's room.
Cool.
Cool.
What's the range on like locate creature or whatever it was that we used to find the Madame?
1,000 feet or something.
Yeah. So like if we use it at Bing's Popper, we might get a direction on one Duragar, but that's about it.
The other thing would be I could potentially I mean like even if we get an idea of like, oh, it's blah blah in that direction, I can clairvoyance, like that's got a range of a mile, but I could just be like, okay, let's have a look a mile that
That
way.
way.
Yeah.
And look, a settlement.
Again, yeah.
Oh, look. Okay.
Someone's shitter.
Oh, God!
I'm in it.
Oh, I'm inside it. It's the communal shitter.
It's very dark in here. What is that?
Oh no,
tunnel
I can
opening
taste
up
with
at the end?
clairvoyance!
Corn.
Oh boy, I should have started with the hearing version.
Who just went better though?
There's a plopping. I can't see anything, but I hear a plopping noise and grunting.
It sounds like I'm in a cave and there's a lot of echoes.
It sounds like someone's
Oh, there's
in some mud.
And now there's some wind going.
Anyway, yeah. So short rest. I'll get my wild shape back.
So, in your short rest,
Whilst we short rest, I want to use my what's my channel divinity thing? My harness divine power to get 2 spell slots back.
Using both.
Yeah.
okay.
Key.
Varys, I would say the small trinket that
Thindle.
Thindle gave.
Yeah, I suppose just while we're short resting, I'm just.
Attuning to it.
Ricky, because you have
Oh, sounds
knowledge of stone and stone cunning, I always look for uses for it. 'Cause there's not many. He's holding essentially a small piece of stone. He sort of like chucks it across to you. Make a. What would it be? Nature?
It's history for stone.
History?
Is it? Okay,
Can
history.
you Babaloshka me?
Babaloshka.
3.
So that's 17 plus 8
Plus 3.
1.
26.
26.
It's pretty good.
That's very good. 26.
So, Thindle, give us anything worth anything?
This was mined by
Incredibly unskilled.
a 39-year-old elf.
On a Tuesday.
With a
It's
sore
raining.
big toe on the left. No, right
He
foot.
had pasta for lunch. Gnocchi, if I'm not mistaken.
And male pattern baldness.
With mustard.
He's disappointed with his daughter. And thinks she could do better.
You're sort of joking along, and then you just see like the faintest glint of light catches it. And you have indeed seen material of this type before. But there's something wrong with this one. It appears to be a small slither of songstone. But half of it is sort of, you try and like polish it, clean it as best you can. Half of it appears to be transfigured in some way. It doesn't look like songstone.
Can we turn on like a torch just to see it in colour?
Yeah, I can dance lights.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Some dancing lights, and you see that the end of it that doesn't look like songstone. It has a reddish hue. So the songstone side is a softish pink, and it just there's a seam, a sort of a point of what almost looks like corruption in some way.
Yeah, this is nothing special. I'll hang on to it for
No,
you.
give me that.
Actually, I was
thinking.
Magic Kincaid.
Well, we've got a bloodstone.
Is Zakath Rakasti just disfigured songstone? Corrupted songstone?
When you say red, was it a very familiar and narratively significant red?
Yes, a very familiar.
Common of colours. Narratively significant kind.
I cut my hand and like
I was thinking narratively significant red would look nicer in here.
As you're thinking about it,
Out of the blue.
Thuridin just nicks his palm, and that small section of this little sliver, tiny little sliver, just
Kincaid to his shell.
dunk.
Oh no! You see,
I've seen this before.
I am getting marked. Comes from inside the shell.
I am getting fucked.
Good lord. Well, yeah. Nice.
Well, problem solved. We got a
So
bloodstone.
Songstone corrupted is
I say,
Zakatrakasi,
we probably got the best version of a bloodstone showing what it is originally. Like the friggin' scholars in Ashara is going to eat, so we are getting a payday.
Oh boy,
Cool.
Can I just put out there,
so much money.
the idea of throwing Thindle into the worm did come up.
Yeah, and it was been like, well, that's gone.
Or also just leaving him paralyzed as bait.
absolutely. A very real possibility.
Yeah.
Or just, as I run past, just stabbing him a bunch of times.
But you do have what appears to be a functioning small fragment of Songstone and Panite.
Alright, guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Alright,
Do we still want to get the heads?
Oh,
Nah, fuck it. Oh, yeah. I'll just tie the necklace up, drop it into the shirt with the other one.
I think it won't hurt to go get some head.
I mean, it'll take like an hour,
Yeah.
if that.
Head.
For
Yeah,
this
well,
thing.
look, if
We're down. We're not going to come back here. Like we
He
might
also
as
had
well
some
for
pretty
the
cool
second-
looking armor.
Yeah.
That's true.
We can chuck it
Dwarf
in.
size.
Here, I'll just do it like this.
Alrighty,
Varus head.
jelly.
Varus like not trying to just in Varus' head. He was like,
what do you need me to do?
hey,
Badger.
That's his response.
No, not you, me.
what do you need?
What was I going to do with the command of Badger?
No, you don't have to do anything. I'm doing it.
I will proceed to do nothing, as I was 5 seconds.
Good man. And I turn into a badger and start digging.
It's the wrong way.
Badger.
Just keep doing long U-turn. Like, bumps into like one structure, reverses.
It does like the opposite powers. Like the narrow straight. You can just see like he's like this much under the ground. He's like, just like the burrow, like the tunneling like dirt.
Yeah.
Badger.
See, you just
So eventually you just see him crawl up.
You take so
90 degrees, then burrow back down.
you take so much damage, you turn back again. You're like, wait, Badger again.
Can I get you to roll a D100 for me?
This wouldn't be a. I wonder how.
Purple worms.
I wonder how tasty worms think giant badgers are. Kind of D100, would it? 31.
Yeah, the natural prey of the giant purple worm.
And could I get...
No, not this again.
Can I just get an athletics check, just to see how quick you do this?
Does he get an advantage because it's inspired by my athleticism?
No.
Are you sure?
No, he doesn't.
I'm great. Does that mean he has an advantage?
I think I'm pretty shit hot, you know, so
He's got to be
Probably
inspired.
also thinks that.
I am pretty shit hot, so therefore.
He's projecting, therefore he has to be better.
Cool. Do I have? Nope.
Fan slowing down.
Cool. Solid.
That's a 9.
Very good.
Badgers are good at digging through rock. Not so much rock.
Badgers are good at digging through solid rock, famously.
The earth parts are fine. The rock parts are... They slow you down immensely. You're digging, and you guys can you can hear it through the tunnel he's making. It's
He's
not
just scratching
quiet.
up
It's
against rock.
You can just see.
That hurts so much. I mean, Badger.
I mean, badger ow.
yeah, that's what you hear down the tunnel. So, it's taking you a lot longer than you expect. Are you going to continue?
do I get a sense of worm?
Make a perception check.
I do have advantage on smell as a badger. They have keen smell.
I'll give you advantage because you're in a tunnel.
You'd
I
feel the
guess.
tremors and stuff.
And you're being a subterranean beast.
Ooh. +6, right?
No, it's like +2 or something. No, I don't have proficiency. Okay, so
15.
Okay. You sort of pause for a second, nursing your owie hands.
It's like,
Knowing what you know about the worms, they're not the most intelligent creatures. You don't know their hunting habits. You don't know whether they even think or if they just move. But you definitely know that vibration, having come down the
Sound and
tunnels, vibration is a big giveaway. And you're not being quiet. You can't really be quiet digging a tunnel through the earth and rock. I'll give you that
Ask
on a
without-
15.
Ask
You-
without Trace make him silent if he's digging.
If anyone could cast it.
No, none of us can.
No.
No, that was Fowlarn that had it, not Varus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a ranger only.
So
Yeah.
you can continue on if you want. Just
If you want to risk the worm.
that little
Yeah, no, that makes
warning
sense.
in the back of your not beaver, what are you?
So pretty quick.
Badger.
Badger. In your badger brain,
But can you just like sort of leave it there,
No,
or does it have
how
to
close do I
be?
think
You
I
use it and then we go.
you've probably
It has to be
gone
used
about
within
halfway
6
there.
seconds. Taken.
Oh shit!
It's taken a lot longer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a
I thought it
full
was like
So we
hour.
can't just
Oh,
prep
shit,
it and
so
go.
I'd be back out
It's not
anyway.
really like
Yeah.
a combat.
Alright, yeah.
spell.
I wander back out, debadger.
No, I was thinking maybe.
Because it only
Pass
lasts-
and then if we
lasts
need
a
to,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
run
We
on the
can run back
circle.
to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the end of the
I will
hour,
double check, but
Badge Cade steps out of his little tunnel.
yeah.
And then turns back into Kincaid and just like, I've hit solid rock, and believe it or not, badgers can't just tunnel through it. Who knew? And it'll take me at least another hour, and I'm making a lot of noise and vibrations, which attracts the worms. So I think maybe this goes in the too hard basket unless we can think of a shortcut.
Maybe just thaumaturgy to get the worm to go through.
Yeah, but then I
But
have
then
to.
we're dealing.
But
with
then
the
we have
worm
to deal with
again.
the worm again.
Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, it's injured slightly.
I mean, if we
Would
grab
it-
the range,
How many would it be worth you just being like dimension door into the place?
how many
Then I
slots
have
do
to
you
long rest to get out.
Hmm.
Just a casual night in an underground, sealed off,
Yeah.
collapsing chamber
You
with a
don't have
purple
iron
worm
or
rolling
third
around.
I do, but that's a teleportation circle to get us out of the Underdark. After
You don't
that.
have other tile spells? Like
How
ones
many-
that you didn't use?
I'm just saying you're perfectly capable and
Yeah,
you
it's
can.
just a
Yeah.
There is a
are we-
risk.
Yeah,
And
risk
also,
versus
even
reward.
dimension dooring in there, like, you know, we're
Might be
picturing
fully-
this
Can
like another
you-
cave in the tunnel, but also
Can you do your eyeball of magical eyeballing and see if it is actually caved in?
yeah, like the bodies could be all buried under stone.
Yeah.
I dimension door and it fails, and I take a bunch of damage.
Yeah. I think it's worth me clairvoyancing, having a look in there. It'll take me 10 minutes to cast it.
Yeah, sure.
And the other thing I thought is, because I can sending now to both of the little drowners first level, maybe that's their first jobs. We'll just find
Find ahead
out
of
where
regular.
those, if you can find out where the Durgar who were looking for the Zakathra cast came from, you know, go to White and Bleak Nest for coins
Even
and
just a
favors.
settlement name.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, yeah. I'll clairvoyance and we'll just as an FYI, but
You can. Varus can't sending though.
Nope. But
They
I
can't
can,
understand you guys.
I
Yeah.
can do what
No,
we did last
but
time,
I'm
which
pretty
is
sending
he
is
tells
just
me what he
auto-translate.
wants. Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
sending
okay.
auto-translate.
sending you don't need to share a.
Right.
It's just
Super.
the spell enables creatures with an intelligence score of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
Ah,
So pretty much every single.
easy.
The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you and can answer in a like manner immediately. It enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
Right.
And it's just a creature with which you are familiar, and we are now familiar with both of them.
I reckon maybe just clairvoyance in and see if it's
I'll
if
take
it's
10
even
voids and
worth.
10 minutes and have a look in there.
Okay.
Cast clairvoyance. And then, yeah, I think we...
Does clairvoyance make any noise as you're doing it though?
Well, it's a spell, but it's
Yeah, but
Does
is
it have
is
verbal
it verbal or is it
components?
just somatic?
Verbal, somatic, and material.
So
I'm
you're
not making lots
The
of
big
noise.
three.
you do have to make noise though.
I mean, it's not much. It's not more than us talking
Yeah,
and stuff.
talking,
Like,
yeah.
I don't have to scream. All my verbal components are just.
Thura, or Ricky, or Varys. Can I get another D100 roll, please?
Okay.
Go through.
34, so similar vein.
Yeah, would I get 31?
You got 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone want to drink?
I'm good.
So you get to the end of your ritual casting, and this small eye into the chamber. Doesn't appear. Oh yeah, do it.
No.
It doesn't appear to have collapsed.
Okay.
There are a number of sort of gouges through the floor, essentially where the worm has travelled. There are probably 3 intact bodies. Otherwise, the thing has just mulched.
I'm just wondering if it's worth Dimension Door in there, cut off the heads, make a shitload of noise, Dimensional back out.
We can't dimension
A day
back
from
out.
now?
That's the whole.
No, Dimensional back out, and then we'll take a long rest, and then after the long rest, we'll be able to teleportation circle.
But you can't even dimension door back out. It's
No,
dimension
no,
He
no,
can. He was just using that slot
Yeah,
for the teleportation circle. But
Ah.
if we're at a point where we can take a long rest, we could get enough distance and
Yeah.
find a resting place.
No, we try. I
Unless you want to try and
rest
badge
in the
it for an
room.
hour.
The only I think that's too. I think I'm going to make too much noise. And
Yeah.
it won't definitely attract the worm, but I think it's
There's
just
a
too
chance,
high
yeah.
too high a chance that I will.
Whereas in
What do you
Out.
What do you guys think? We either circle out now, or we can dimension door in, grab the heads, maybe grab. Can I see the body of the leader? Is that one of the intact bodies? And does he have cool, hectic looking plate armor?
he's the one that I split with the spears.
Yes.
But the armor might not be.
2 spears in his back.
Because that would quite
was plate
potentially change something if it's like
Plate armor.
sick dwarven plate for Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say also just 2 things to keep in mind grabbing the heads. You don't speak Dwarven or Undercommon.
But I do now have tongues prepared.
Cool.
So
But also they don't have to be truthful. They'll recognize
but
you
you
as the
can
orc.
cast. We can do a combo with Zone of Truth.
Does that work on an animated spirit?
Yeah, it's not a creature.
I don't know what the.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, like, we go to all this effort and we're like, hey, where'd you come from? And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, what if? Well, yeah, he's under no
It just says
obligation to
a
tell you that. But
creature.
how about
Yeah.
we
Is an animated
take
creature
the head
a
of
creature?
Rednar, and then we take the head of one of his friends, and then we disguise whoever's doing the questioning as his friend, who resurrects him and says, "Boss, I've brought you back. Give me the critical bits of information that I totally forgot."
Would
can
you
you- can someone
consider an
disguise
animated
me?
creature as a
I can
creature?
just- yeah,
I haven't
can
disguised
It's not a
yeah.
creature.
Yeah.
I haven't
When it
disguised
That's,
comes
that's
back.
what I was
Or we
thinking.
can-
Like, if I'm just like, well, because but it only lets me speak. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what I
but
had
yeah,
to
we've
do.
got a disguised kid. We'll try and make you look
Try and make
dwarfish.
you look like
And
a
come on,
No, what we'll
what
do
are
is...
the powers of perception of a fucking spirit from beyond the
Especially
grave?
when I take its eyes out of the skull.
Do you remember when Sugo filleted the face off and stuck it on?
All that.
Oh yeah.
Or that.
We
Face
can
fully.
We'll be
leatherface
taking
this
a bunch
guy
of
up.
I think it's.
Come back with as
Look,
many dwarves.
Given that we can just bamf in, bamf out, spend a night down here, the only thing would be something
purple
else
one.
wanders in,
Yeah.
or the mind flayer is still lurking around here.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of kicked his ass though.
But
And we're stronger.
I guess I'm just like 100%, but I'm just also bearing in mind we're kind of be sleeping in his lair a little bit,
A little bit.
We can
like
just...
a little bit, not like fully, but like a little bit.
But we can travel out of Haranthel for like an hour and then rest.
That's true. We don't have to be stable.
We don't have
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
we
in
don't have to stay in
Haranthel.
Haranthel for the night. Yeah, it's true.
So,
yeah, I reckon
You going for the door?
Alright, I'll bring in Dr. Brother Kincaid with me. Because he's the one who can sever heads.
okay. So, you hold on to him.
Or I've got the sack that I can just shove their stuff in as well if we wanted to loot them, but that'll just take extra time.
Nah. We can still loot him and just carry stuff out.
Yeah, true.
So, Varys Thura, what are you going to do while this expedition occurs?
Just
We
stand
just didn't
as
have-
very
well, we're just in
still as
Haranthel
possible.
somewhere, so I'm just gonna find somewhere to climb up and perch. Oh, like that's the actual map of where we are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
like
cool.
back here is where he
Where
started
we've just
digging.
bamfed into you.
Hand me myself.
Sure.
back towards the
no.
room. Yeah.
So
And,
stealthy.
same place, right there.
So these two sort of.
So I visualize the chamber we were in.
I'll sort of sit under Varus.
Under him.
I can't get up there. Can I?
You can try and climb.
try.
It's like 7 foot.
Oh, that's not
You're
too
quite
bad.
athletic.
Yeah, that's not too bad then. I'll try to get up there.
Okay. You really don't need to roll.
Okay.
It's not a hard climb. Sort of tumbled down. There's a little scree slope. You both sort of post up there, just looking, listening. And the two of you into the chamber. There are a few bodies, one of which is the leader, who you learned was named Redgar. And there are 2 others. They are no longer enlarged, so they have straight back down to little dwarfy size.
They like go back down when they died.
Yeah. Lost their enlarge.
Cool. Get out the cleaver and
All faithful.
mm-hmm.
And hack some heads off.
Mm-hmm. Do they have any money and or interesting items?
They don't have anything interesting. They have... Well, the boss has a set of plate armor.
Woven plate.
He was wearing...
Is
How
it
are we
stronger than your
carrying all
split?
these heads? Like, do you have
By
just
the
a
hair?
backpack full of heads?
You can carry a lot of human skulls at once with just the hair. Like, if the hair's long enough.
No, but I mean, like, how are we transporting them? Because I'm like, I feel like at this point you've already got. Oh, we have the
Really?
demon
You can-
skull at home.
He
but-
keeps putting them in jars at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got 2 on them. The ones that we got in.
Yeah, we bought all that formaldehyde.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I kind of am picturing I've just like tied the beards like to my belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mimir sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, can I try and salvage this plate and like at least get it reshaped and repaired in
Yeah.
somewhere else to kind of fit me? Or
Can you wear plate?
For sure.
yeah.
Hell yeah, College
Oh,
of
wait,
Sword.
no, I
Is it
can't.
stronger than
I
your
have no
splint?
idea.
Because do you
It's
get?
heavy, isn't it?
But
Probably,
if it's
yes.
surely you can turn plate into half plate, which you would be able to wear.
That seems likely.
Yeah. Oh,
And
look, it's worth a try.
I mean, worst case scenario, plate armor's worth a fair chunk,
Yeah,
fair
we'll
whack of
sell it.
change.
Yeah. Or just worth money.
Well, we'll probably need to repair it because I think I busted it with the javelins. But
But also,
yeah.
we only need half of it.
Also
if,
true.
if we're turning it into half plate.
Like I don't need the legs and the arms, just the kind of chest plate, I guess. Is
Yeah.
whatever, or whatever half
or whatever
plate
half
is.
plate. Yeah.
But aren't you wearing splint? You can wear heavy armor.
I'm wearing scale,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I swear we both got splint
Well,
armor.
yeah,
I
look,
think
it's-
you got splint.
It's probably
No,
Oh, okay.
even
Yeah,
if
I
it's
got-
Light armor, medium armor on.
Yeah, I know. I've got scale mail at the moment.
Right, okay.
If it's the beginning of a set of half plate for you, or even if that doesn't work, maybe it's the beginning of a set of full plate for Thurin. Like,
Yeah.
Either way, we
It's
can
worth
probably
grabbing.
find a use for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Very valuable stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll try and salvage as much of this plate armor as I can.
What sort of weapons did they have?
They all had hammers, essentially. His...
Redgar's any cooler?
It was cooler, but it's not a specific separate item. It's just a psychically attuned hammer. So he was attuned to it. They don't have any like special psychically
It's like a
attuned hammers or anything.
Duragard thing.
Yeah. But give you an investigation check if you could, you two. Turning over the corpses, checking what they got.
Nat 1
Blake can block him.
for a 4.
Ooh.
14.
Okay. You do find 2 greater healing potions.
Ooh.
Do you want me to
Tired.
add
Yeah,
them?
you,
Or-
grab, you can. Well, one each maybe.
Yeah.
Ricky's a little put off by the... and he sort of...
And even though like they're Durgar, they're also still dwarves, so it's just like, oh.
It's a little hits home a little
I can
too
just
much.
picture while Kincaid's doing this, he's just having. Whilst Ricky's just
So
like,
you do
terrified.
find some goods.
So is it greater?
Yes. And you're free to grab their hammers if you like. They're nicely made. Up to you. No. Okay.
Who needs it?
So you
Heads.
hack the heads off Redgar.
Sticks and rocks up on this surface, not me.
The weird thing about Duragar that they don't so much revere the beards like dwarves do. Long hair is more what they go for. Beards, take it or leave it.
Getting all the stars.
So there's a little stubble, but not much. But you take the heads, you take the healing potions, and are you squamping back out?
Yeah,
I mean, you make plenty of noise hacking away,
I'm doing it as subtly as I can.
as subtle as cutting through
subtle as-
bone.
Yeah.
As decapitation can be.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got.
While we're stripping plate mail off a corpse.
That's just undoing buckles. So that's surely fair, relatively low key.
Yeah, like 80 kegs of dead weight wrapped in metal being thrown around. Sounds pretty quiet to me, especially when it's being thrown around onto rocks. Yeah, it sounds pretty silent.
Hey, Ricky, cat, crash!
Ricky, can I get you to roll a d100, please?
Sorry, taken from red
That's alright.
body. Just adding the.
By the way, did we need a short break at all?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
Oh, that's a d20.
I'd like a
Nat
d100, please.
Yeah, roll a d80 and just add them together.
Just had this together.
87.
Excellent.
Too good. Balloon sign.
You feel, not so much here, but you feel it through your feet. You've felt them in the vicinity before, but it does definitely get stronger as you're sort of hacking off the third head. You've got the plate off him, and it sort of like clanks onto the ground. You definitely you feel it.
Oh, yes, Ricky.
You hear that as well, right?
Oh.
You just sort of the rocks around.
Yeah. Maybe leave that
I was
last
going to say
head.
the famous play Jurassic Park.
Time to fucking leave.
Yeah. I'm like, if that last head can't come off in the next 4 seconds, leave it.
4 seconds. 3. Is it off? Is it off?
finally
Is
get-
it nearly off?
You get it off.
Okay.
Just sort of tear the last bit.
Pedro, fly around in circles in here and hoot.
And as you come back together from the floor, sort of in front of you, rearing up out of the ground.
Oh, go away.
Where's my sound?
I'm so sick of you.
It just sort of like.
And
And you guys just. Go on. And the two of you sitting up top. It's only been 5-10 minutes, maybe.
Do we hear that?
You would feel the vibration very, very lightly.
Yeah.
Other than that, you wouldn't hear it.
And I teleport us, like, not just to the entrance, but, like,
As far as
quite
you
a
can
bit
go.
further
Full
out.
500
Yeah,
feet
yeah.
away.
So you've gone that way a fair bit.
Yeah.
So coming back, you'd be like over here, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
And then I'm just trying to wave and get their attention without
being as
making too
quiet
much
as we
noise.
can.
The two of you are just resting.
I rolled a 7 on perception.
Nice. Is Hermes around?
Well, yeah, I got him out to scout the tunnel and I didn't
Wait.
put him away.
Are they within 120 feet?
Probably.
10, 20, 30, 40. Yep.
Hey, Ferris, we're out. Let's go. Message.
Yeah, you're like, where the hell? This is a big chamber.
We're back,
Alright,
baby.
we're
But
leaving.
you would spot over there.
Well, yeah, I just.
Don't we have to long rest now?
Yeah. But let's maybe go.
Well, let's just
Very far
bang
away.
it.
That way.
Let's fang it for a while.
Well, yeah.
Let's stealthily and
Stealthily.
with
Quickly.
minimum contact with the ground.
Stealthily
GTFO.
bang it out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stealth
so-
bang.
I'll need stealth, please.
No, I think we just do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
If you're
just.
sure.
I think we just beat the campaign.
Mm.
We're the heroes. We did it.
Is it worth me?
Disadvantage. Why?
Is
What'd
it
you
worth?
get?
It's probably worth me wild shaping. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I'll be giant spike.
Turn into a
spider.
horse.
Just
Giant
remembering this is a group check. So.
Horses aren't giga stealthy.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Echoes through the underdark.
Clip clop.
Yeah, like twice as many connections with the ground.
More
Now
legs,
I've got 8
much
times
better.
as many, but I'm also very stealthy and can be on the wall.
I mean, is Pedro going to be like up high, just like trying to bait it? It could save us some time.
Yeah.
Pedro's-
Well, hopefully he's
It's in
over
the
there.
cabin, yeah.
Yeah.
Pedro's probably dead.
So I cast guidance on myself and then. Because you can It doesn't help at all.
You call out to Jurgal and you're like, oh shit.
Wait, no, not you.
That guy hates me.
Did you roll a 47?
16.
23.
23.
6. Same as him, but minus a 20.
Alright. Good work, team.
Solid.
Yeah, you kill it.
You two are extremely quiet. You two.
Bing bong.
You're carrying plate and it's like,
I've got this bag full of plate armor now.
No, I'm like, oh, Ricky did it. Chuck it in here.
yeah, you're
So
trying
just get Ricky to like
in my
dump it all
bag
in there
now.
whilst we're
trying
moving.
to.
Hammer it in. Bing, 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 bing.
Just get in the satchel, Ricky. Come on.
So-
someone threw a pantry down the stairs.
Varus, could I please get one last D100, please? Please, please, please.
Sure. That's the 10. That's the 1. Oh.
That's the.
It's 105%. Am I doing this right?
That's
or is
a
that
5.
Is that
Five.
No, wait.
That is
but when I
5.
roll the 0 on the D10, that's like a. That's
Zero.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's a.
Yep, so it's a 5%.
5. Okay.
105.
105.
On your D100.
Yes, you
I
do.
always do the exact same thing where I'm like,
D10s, and whenever you get the 0, it's 10.
D10 the 0 is a
also
10.
D100 goes from 11 to 109.
Genius, I told you.
I don't know how I've done it, but I've done it.
Don't know how.
So,
I must be a genius.
But yeah, 105.
you are. You try and help them be quiet. You try and, like, at least pad the metal plates that he's clanging on his shoulder as he walks along. You all feel the tremors.
You can't tell
Dissipate.
as a spider, can you?
Can I cast spells as a creature? I can cast a spell and then concentrate on it while I'm a creature.
As you get further and further away, the tremors cease.
Yeah, but what if it's so deep underground?
So, you all move.
Well,
Slow,
keep
steady,
going. Yeah,
quiet.
just keep going.
Through and out of Harrenthal.
Through and out.
I think we should go like maybe an hour's out from Harrenthal before we like think of resting.
Yeah, pretty
Sure.
much when the spider runs out,
When you see Kinko go, wow!
fall from the ceiling.
Forgets that he's about to turn back, and when he's not a spider, he can't walk on the wall of the ceiling.
No, he's like spinning just below the ceiling, like spinning a web, like walking along, and then like it turns out it's all tangled. Look out, guys!
Well,
That's a really strong goddamn web.
So, traveling. You get to the end of about an hour. Once you leave Harrenthal, are you throwing caution to the wind and moving fast, or are you maintaining stealth?
I think we should still.
Yeah, maintaining, knowing there are still probably
there's other
worms
things
about. Yeah,
That could.
Mind players and-
I mean, spider.
and
Spider.
drows. Yeah,
Spider.
good.
Pretty much.
Let's camp.
that's what spiders sound like, right?
Spin us up a silk tent there, Spidercade.
I'm not a webby kind of spider.
Spider. Spider.
I can't. I'm more of the. Like, I just charged.
He's like an ox spider.
I don't know, it doesn't have a web action.
It's just charge. So,
It just says here, charge and gore, which...
you make as best a camp as you can find within the vicinity. Small, dead-end sort of tunnel. At least you've got one side, or your back to a firm wall. And we'll go for a long rest. Who's
I'll take first watch.
on watch? Okay.
Can I spend some spell slots to
Message people.
It's like after this.
Can I message the worm?
Can I message the worm?
Read me message.
Let's see
You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with
Okay.
which you are familiar.
Yeah, creature's that blanket term, isn't it?
That's not,
Yeah,
not an
me-
inanimate object.
Yeah,
The
pretty
creature hears the message in its mind,
long as it has
recognizes
intelligence.
you as the sender if
Hey,
it knows you,
fuck you.
and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
Oh dear. Is that what you want to do with your spell?
Is it?
Oh my.
And it doesn't know where I am. It doesn't.
It's true.
It's not locational or anything. It just appears in blood.
Okay, what are you sending to the worm?
It worked.
23 times.
It's 23 words. Technically, that's not a word. You can just keep doing it for eternity.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Or it's just one word with 25,000 letters.
Yeah.
It
The
doesn't
words
matter
was
how long
B L
it is.
B L B L B L.
So you said, "Hey worm," 23 booths to it. It understands the meaning.
Yeah.
And it can reply.
It can respond.
And it can
Knows
reply.
who's the sender.
Knows me as the sender, and it can respond.
It's just this this overwhelmingly strong voice in your head just says, "I will find you." And you're like,
Take a jerk.
I'm sending it back.
Take a jerk, bud.
Take a chill pill.
Another 20 times.
oh, beautiful. That's all the worm says in response. It will find you.
I wouldn't sending it back, would I?
I mean, would Kincaid
Would
send
I?
you a worm?
Hey man,
Second
I'm
time?
just
Yes.
playing. No need to come find me or anything.
I wouldn't try and sick it on somewhere, would I? Okay, come on down to Blickness and 1v1 me. It's about 3 hours in that direction.
You'll never find me in Bing Popper.
Bing spot.
Kincaid conducting underground warfare
Espionage.
Underground false flags.
via SMS.
Nice dick, bro. Find me in Bleakness.
Come to the Macca's in Bleak.
Yeah.
1v1.
I'll see you in the
1v1
car
me.
park.
1v1.
You bring your
me,
cousins,
bro.
I bring my cousins.
Holy shit, Carl.
Anyway, what does it say to that?
It says that you get a d6 of inspiration for truly being your character. Who wouldn't?
Is it a waste? I don't think so, no.
Is it a waste of a 5th level spell slot? Maybe. Because I ran out of thirds.
Boy, I hope nothing stumbles along in the night.
Honestly,
At this
I
point,
wouldn't even be mad. I just thought, yeah, you know what?
well spent. Totally
I
worth
don't
it.
even care that I'm dying for it.
Was the joke worth dying for? Yes, it
Yes,
was.
would I do it again? 100%.
You're speaking to the man who charged a party of 6 cards and ox.
The true madness of Kincaid is becoming apparent.
What I was actually going to say was, should I stone shape to fortify us a bit? But now I only have one spell. I can do one little 5-foot bed for me.
Shit, might as well.
Oh, maybe just another footbath.
Just or a toilet. Another toilet, perhaps?
Yeah, it's,
The underdark could always use more toilets.
It's a foot bath until it becomes a toilet.
yeah, foot bath then toilet, not the other way around.
God.
Shaving sink, footbath, toilet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. So, you use all your spell slots before going to sleep.
Well, I sure hope nothing gets attacked in the night because I am spent.
Like that worm I just really antagonized. And he's currently searching for me with an insane bloodlust.
With an absolute passion right
But
now.
it's a long way away.
A very long way away.
Probably. Not that the spell told me where he was.
No, I have no idea, but also more importantly, he has no idea where I am.
Whilst he's messing with the giant worm that just tried to kill us, I'm gonna try and meditate and get to that sort of place where I found Brokar's what's it called? Domain.
Okay. Similar to what you said a little bit earlier, your ability to meditate while feeling unsafe it definitely hinders your ability to sort of clear your mind. Your brain just instinctually thinks about, anything stumbling along while you do this, you don't feel safe, quote unquote.
Can I use command on myself?
No.
Come!
They're just sitting there tossing things. It's like, sleep!
Calm down! So you find it a little bit difficult in your current circumstance, knowing what, has the potential to happen. You find, no matter how hard you concentrate, just your location, the circumstances, not so good for concentration.
Can I practice breathing techniques?
Absolutely. You try. You certainly do. Yes. Anything from you guys before bed?
Yeah, I'm just gonna send in Alf. Yeah.
I'm also going to send in the worm.
We should any of the many people who are depending on us down here.
Yeah.
After I wasted that's third level or fourth level and the fifth level fucking with the worm.
I have two lists. People that have hired me for a job and people that I'm sending at night to fuck with.
Yeah.
They are the same list.
At least there's nothing but consistent.
Prepare for
Absolutely.
Prepare for our arrival in Ashara tomorrow. We have a Zakathrakasti and one hell of a story to share. Assemble the coterie?
Wait.
No, the current.
Oh no, wait, the current code.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
no.
We're not the coterie yet.
Miss you.
Miss you, babe. XO.
Oh my word. Alf. I don't know what that is, but okay, I will assemble the coterie with utmost haste. I miss you too. See you tomorrow. We can hug it out. Peace. You allow this through your helm. Anyone else? Anything? Or you would share that with them?
Sending.
Okay.
I can't.
Oh.
I'm just sending.
Yeah.
What's his name with the stone? Miss you.
Hey,
Miss you, Wyatt. The worm nearly ate me, but I scared it. Anything else, anybody?
Alright, if a worm turns up, it was nothing to do with us.
Yeah, just by the way.
Just a heads up.
If a worm comes into Bleakness and tries to kill everyone, it was nothing to do with us. It's unrelated. In fact, forget you heard this.
Delete message.
And Ricky, do you know how to cast modified memory down ascending?
Through ascending.
So, as you take the long rest, the rest of you slowly, uncomfortably fall asleep. Can I get a D100 for your watch?
56.
56?
56.
56? That's all I could think about. If anyone knows Futurama, You'll appreciate that.
Not off the top.
Tasticles.
It's a good one. Testicles. Okay, you're part of the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Goes by relatively, not really anything.
Cool. Actually, while I'm there, just holding the necklace and stuff, can I hold the songstone end and just try and cast Disguise Self? Because I'm curious, like the Bloodstone drinks blood and that sort of shit. Does Songstone drink anything?
Okay, do some testing.
Yeah.
Remember, I have a big book on Songstone.
Yeah, actually. Can I pinch that off Ricky before he goes to bed?
Sure.
And just sit there with it and just try and read, learn?
Mm-hmm. You can.
I use Channing Tatum's autograph as my bookmark. Don't lose it or smudge it.
You got it.
I will not. Reading through, how long is your watch?
It'll be 4 hours, so it's fine.
Don't we normally do one watch and then, because you only need 4 hours to think.
Yeah, I can.
Well, it
you can
depends
do
if
the
you
rest.
dreams or whatever, but yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I can take 1 or 2 days off
Mm.
sleeping.
And
I
then
think 1 day.
Yeah, well, if
definitely.
you do 4 and then we do like 3 2-hour ones, that's...
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
Short.
Or if we just want to do 2 and 2.
But by the end of
Something's wrong
what
with
you
that, so-
read, sort of where you get to in the 4-hour mark, you get most of the way through it. It's pretty dry. It's a somewhat of a history.
By Halesh.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is somewhat of a history of elven folk and where they first discovered Songstone, they call it in their language. And it doesn't give you any details on how to properly use it. That's not the intention of the book.
Right.
It's more just to give background information on what it is and what it has the potential to do, why it's so valuable.
Okay.
It's something that the elven people, they guard the secrets to it pretty heavily. And it's kind of what they're known for as an almost like an export. Songsmiths are highly regarded and extremely pricey. And that's why they keep it that way, so that no one else can do it, really. So the information that you get, you know that it is magically responsive, but casting spells near it doesn't do it elicits no response from the stone. As his rest comes to an end, who's next?
No,
Question
still up.
I did have, sorry. I was just looking back. I don't remember how we just kind of grabbed a shitload of money out of the hoard, and you were like, we'll have to count it.
Mhm.
Is this the first long rest since then?
No, we've had
like 3 days
or
travel.
three
Because
since
I don't
then.
have written it. I've got written when I was looking in the
We didn't get the exact number of what
No.
we got. No.
because we got 200 gold. That was just like the purses of Uppies and Gosling, and then we got 400 as like payment from Wyatt for overachieving.
Yep.
But we never. I mean, I assume we would have done it in whatever
Did we
the
put-
long
Did we
rest.
put the purses straight into...
We were just shoveling everything into the living loot satchel.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So then,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not very personally rich, and that sounds like we've got a lot of money.
Well, because I've got written down here 100 in the company funds for Uppies and Gosling, because I assume that's 200, because we would have split the other.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just assuming that what I wrote down here,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we would,
yeah.
it'd just be half
No,
goes in,
we-
and the
we-
other
yeah,
half we split
yeah,
4 ways.
true.
So
We said we were going to talk about it later, but I think we just did.
well, we then we ended up talking about like how does the living loot satchel
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. So how much? Like if we're either now or in the last long rest or whatever, when we had a chance, we sat down and counted it all.
Yep. So
This was
look-
from the statue.
Like the hoard. from
Yeah,
the-
essentially
yeah.
looking into the safe that is in Stonebreak. Over the evenings that pass, you come to a tally total of 5,200 gold.
Wow.
Boy.
There were a number of expensive gems in there, and you spent a good few turns shoveling, heaping stuff in. So it's about 1,200 odd in just gems. Actually, no, it'll be 2,200. Sorry,
Not 5,200.
No,
2,200
of just gem value, and then about 3,000 give or take in gold.
Damn.
Because you all spent multiple turns just heaving it
we
in
all
there.
spent 2 or 3 turns.
Yep.
It was on the third turn, I think, that I left.
Yeah. And then I spent 1 more turn.
Yeah,
Ricky
you
left.
swallowed some.
So, essentially, your vault in Stonebreak would have filled. That safe would be entirely full.
So 2,600.
2,200 gems, 3,000 gold.
Well, yeah, 5,200 total.
Yep.
And do you want us to just do it now and assume that at a later date we fence the gems or like track it properly?
Essentially.
Yeah.
You could get 300 gold value ruby out if you had any spellcasting components or anything like that needed it.
I think
an
the way it
expensive
worked
gem.
is I can't pull anything out except for gold.
Okay.
That's the wording
Well,
makes
but
me.
when we
feel-
go back to Stonebreak,
Yeah,
we could grab out the gem.
Yeah, but the wording of it makes it seem like I can put goods in it to resell at the thing,
Yep.
but I can only pull out money.
Pull gold back out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Were there any diamonds?
Smaller ones, yeah.
Well, because a couple of spells I can get access to need like diamond dust.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I was
yeah.
the same. Maybe
We
that's
could-
like a...
So maybe we don't do anything with the gems just yet. We keep them at like gem value.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just work out what's because I've also got spells that are like jade dust and
Yeah.
like
I've got a few like that as well. I'd need to look through
yeah,
exactly.
me too. But so
Essentially a spread. So
Yeah.
there were four diamonds of varying values that you could powder up or take to a jeweler and have them erased.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something like when we get
Yeah,
back to
we can
because
do
we
that.
could
Yeah.
always, if we needed it urgently, we could. I'm sure we could sending to Stonebreak be like either to the bank directly or to what's his face, our old dwarf who's looking after. You know,
Spud.
can you go and like to take these to a jeweler's?
I forget his name.
Spud.
Not
No.
The guy babysitting.
Oh, but well, Spud's our banker in
Yeah, he's
Stonebreak.
out.
But yeah,
Yeah.
all right. So I'll put in. I'll say
Doofus.
1,500
So like 4
then.
diamonds. There was 1 big ruby, and then just like various small gems.
Cool. So 1,500 goes in, and then what's 1,500 divided by 4? So 750 divided by 2, which is 375
Gold each.
Is that right?
No,
No, hang-
Just calculator.
yeah.
And what did we take from the Duragar just then?
2 healing
So
potions.
Yeah, 375 gold each.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just like what did we
From
put in the
1,500.
satchel?
Goes straight to your
Nothing.
personal. Is 375.
Didn't you grab a bunch of hammers and armor and stuff?
We just grabbed the plate armor,
So
but
375.
I can chuck that in the satchel.
Yeah, I was gonna. If you would.
But otherwise, I've just got it in my backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah,
that's
we
a
got
good
the
one
2
to-
healing potions, the plate armor, and just 3 heads.
Okay.
So I don't think any. Yeah.
So none of the hammers or anything, just the armor.
Nah, we didn't grab the hammers.
For the remainder of Watch, can I get one more roll of D100?
Are we divvied? Do you reckon we say we've divvied up the gold over the last couple of days?
Yeah, it's
We've
been a
got
few
down-
days.
So 375.
Each, yeah, and then 1,500 in. So
Oh man, we're loaded.
The company fund is sitting at, if you convert it all into gold, platinum's 10 gold, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is at 1,907, I think.
Nice.
No, 1,913.
You
We
didn't
can
come.
retire.
You didn't come down here
Wait,
for
no.
nothing.
Yes, 1,913 gold.
Wait, no. Yes. There was.
Boys, we finally made it. We can live lavishly.
Yes, we've got nearly 2,000 gold in there, plus 8 silver and 10 copper.
That'll come in handy.
Plus, each of our personal wealths just went up by.
What did you roll?
374.
34.
Okay. There's a faint flicker of vibration, but it's a very fleeting sensation. You sort of tense up a little bit.
We only need 6 hours for a proper long rest. Like,
Isn't it 8?
yeah, 8 hours for a long rest, but we only need 6 for.
6 is sleep, yeah.
6
the
is
other
sleep.
2 hours can be just chilling.
Low
Yeah.
activity.
Watching TV.
messaging people. And
you wouldn't wake up and immediately sending the worm 6 times.
as the last of your watch finishes and you awaken the rest, get that long rest.
No, that's rude.
Ricky, let's get out of here.
Let's get the
Yeah,
fricky
I mean,
out
do
of
you want
here.
it to be the first thing we do? Like,
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah,
wake up.
Let's not risk anything.
Yeah,
let's
let's
just go.
All right, so I
It
get
is
out.
now here to the third of Eucosis.
Yes.
Okay. So casting a brand new spell. One that you feel you're powerful enough now to actually use. Can you just flavor it for me?
So, very similar to watching Ricky cast plant growth for that first time. A lot of weird ritualistic dancing around, a lot of sweat, and he's just like sort of frantic days of, because it takes a minute.
Yep.
So it's just a minute frantic days of like scrawling this strange like
Chalks and stuff swirling
like
around.
it looks like it has just no pattern or anything to it in all the magical chalks and stuff. And then it's kind of like ends with like a last flourish that just like completes the circle, and it's sort of like all like in this last little spin kind of does a circle that links all
of it together.
all the
Shapes
runes
and
stuff.
symbols.
And then it just like bursts into a light.
So as you're all standing in the
opens.
center of this thing, there's and in but a flash,
Whoa!
you all come out into broad daylight, streaming through the roof of
My eyes.
Varys was like, I should have put my glasses on.
Retinas. See it like tuna steaks.
You're all very understanding of what Varys went through coming topside. You're
Yeah.
all just sort of like, oh, it's so bright. You've got your night vision goggles on, and you're just like, ah!
Am I dead? All I see is white.
all just hearing. Oh, it's way too
Joe
strong.
DeGaulle, I'm sorry.
No, no.
That's just
Not that. I'll take that back immediately. No.
That resent my gratefulness. Instantly.
And standing topside in the small chamber used for teleportation specifically, within the keep, there would not be naturey sounds about this one.
Put in a pond.
It's like a Zen garden.
Yeah.
You all just feel that relief of, oh, we're top.
It's kind of weird. I got used to there being a roof all the time.
I mean, there's still a roof above us, mate.
It's just glass and the sun is dangerously bright.
It's frightening.
I hate it.
As you all
Kind of feel happier.
blink away,
Put me back on.
the blazing light, the daylight that's coming through. It's about midday, from what you can see.
Where's Alf?
There are two figures sort of resting up against near the doorway, comfortable chairs. You see Alphanus and you see Ronan. Just sitting there, dozing. Alf sort of on the shoulder, you see Ronan sort of,
G'day, fellas.
you back?
Like 5 heads.
Yeah.
On two heads.
Yeah, all these dwarf Durgar hands just swinging on his
Ripping
belt.
onto the carpet.
Alf, are you all well?
Very.
Yeah, mate.
You look like you could use a bath.
Oh,
Several.
yeah.
No. Yes, several. No.
In a flash, Ronan just sprints across and like dives onto you. He's He's grown up a little bit since you saw him last.
Mate, if you got him
A
taller.
little bit of facial hair, like
What's
that
this?
awful,
Yeah.
awful, straggly hair.
Like little
Three
patches,
little-
yeah.
A bit grown. I can't believe you all made it back. I bet you got stories.
Boy, do we, mate.
We just fought a giant worm.
Before you go into it, could we've assembled the coterie
Oh, perfect.
and the Alice. Could you deliver your news to us all?
Of course.
Of course, mate. Just a question. Do you guys have any songs sewn laying around?
Why would we?
Your sister? Kinda. Your sister doesn't have any hanging around, or no?
No, that's rather expensive.
What about fat stacks of cash?
Sounds like it was rather
Profitable.
fruitful.
Well, yes.
Anyway,
Your mum
Follow.
died down there. I mean, fat stacks. We watched your mum as some horrific abomination be melted by your own hands.
Yeah.
he's blanking that for now.
Have you got any mums up here? We lost one.
Because we're going
Oh.
Hands up if you got a mum.
Hands up, your mom turned into a horrible Cronenberg monstrosity, and then you had to kill her and burn her corpse so she wouldn't stop regenerating, and now you've got her ashes, but you keep forgetting about it because you're really repressing the trauma.
Put it down.
Al's just like,
Fat stacks.
there will be a lot to unpack, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Let's,
mate.
through to the meeting.
Sure. And you enter probably the largest of the rooms, a big wooden table, and of course we can. Are you all
Just
hungry?
anything that doesn't taste like shit, mate.
All their food is like spider webs and blood sausage.
The
but you
wine
drink
was
it.
literally blood.
Ronan,
Can we have as much cheese as possible?
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Ronan's just like, see, I told you they would, and
I
he
just
sort of
want
like
cheese and
playfully
jam.
slaps Alf. I
Together.
told you they'd be hungry.
He slapped the king.
At that point, Alf's sort of like, Ronan, please do remember my station and yours. Just...
Only in public.
In front of the peasants.
Anyway, pushes open the large,
Pause.
beautiful door.
Which we are no longer a member of.
All of us light cigars as the doors open up. And we just stroll in.
We all like slow walk through, like.
TK just puts on his hat.
Absolutely. Time for a hat upgrade, I think.
Alf pushes open the
Going
doors.
hat shopping.
Ricky's just
What
like,
have you got in this 700 gold range?
All the chatter in this large room ceases immediately, and all heads turn to you guys. The
Eleanor?
entire coterie is sitting, watching, and Ronan stops and says, I'll talk to you after.
I give him a little pat on the shoulder.
Good to see you. And just as he's about to leave, he sort of turns and says, I can't wait to show you what I made. I think you'll like it.
I think you made us macaroni necklaces, boys.
And the door closes as you all step in, pimped up, cigars ablaze.
It's with to us, we're like these like insanely handsome like superheroes, but we're just like these
Strutting.
raggy guys, disgusting, stinking.
Filthy.
At every situation we're in, I just want to really point out that there are 5 heads around Kincaid's belt. Like that's
And it's like slow walking through, and the
Yeah,
John Cena music.
I'm picturing like the scene from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah,
That's
exactly what I'm picturing.
that's what
Yep.
we think we are, but we're really just like.
You've got limps from
Yeah.
injuries,
Blood and scars.
absolutely covered in filth. You, being in the Underdark, you don't really realise, but there hasn't been a bath had by any of you.
Well, now that I can see in colour, that's not water. You've been covered in shit for the last 3 weeks.
all right. So now
Hey,
the coterie
cool.
is assembled. Still wins strike. No.
Betrayal!
Nat 20.
In the lead. Lost the lead.
Belchbag's like, fuck, you've been playing the long game the whole time.
I just take
I'm not even mad.
I just take a nod at Bill and just sort of let Alf lead us through properly.
And he does. He takes a seat up towards the Alos, and the rest of you find a seat wherever you can. The Alos is looking at you all, concerned eyebrows. So tell us all, what have you learned?
I ask Varys for the necklace.
Well, yeah, fish it out.
And what do you guys think this looks like?
Pass it here. And you pass it down the line, each sort of inspecting it briefly. The Alos turns it over, just sort of pulls it off the little cord, holds it up to the light. I'm not entirely sure what that is.
Well, that there's Songstone, but Parsity cut my hand on it and just sort of show them.
And the little end of it just a dull reddish glow. So this is what we have heard rumors about.
It's some sort of corrupted Songstone that absorbs pain.
Call it Zakat Rakasti.
We call it Zakat
Yeah, we watched it
Rakasti.
vaporize a 400-foot sphere of mana underground.
Cylinder.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a
It is a
tiny,
massive
minuscule
weapon of
version.
destruction.
Yeah.
You
And
should
the
be
Mithril
very
Vanguard
deeply
got
concerned.
destroyed by it.
Oh yes, the
So-
Tongar and
Please, one at a time.
So
This is what you were sent down for.
yes.
This is why we were concerned. We had heard rumors and rumblings.
It is worse than you thought.
It is
We
a
have
super weapon.
information on how it's made, what the
Yeah.
backstory, the deep lore.
Alf
Yeah.
pipes up. I did tell them it was an urgent mission.
We moved urgently.
It
Yeah.
takes a lot of time, I assume, to get to where they needed to
Oh,
go.
It did take us a long time to get to the Underdark,
down
and
into the Underdark and weaseling our way.
It
into
took
the
us
right
months just to
assholes.
get.
we had to
Alf-
investigate.
Alf is making eyeballs at you guys like,
It took us just so long. We went directly there as soon as
We were investigating for
We
so
felt like
long.
as soon as we decided to.
We ended up taking down the biggest family in the Underdark by accident because their matriarch was absorbing all their power.
the
biggest
Alos.
producer.
The Alos looks at you, Varys, one of the families.
The Vesrus were, as far as we're aware, in charge of researching the means to produce the stones. They passed on said knowledge to an outside party before we killed them.
Unfortunately, we don't know who that party was, but
But the knowledge is still out there.
the knowledge is there.
However, the Vesrus, who, as far as we know, were the center of the operation, were entirely vaporized.
And
as far as we're aware.
their entire operation entirely vaporized.
And unfortunately,
We should also mention, if you haven't heard from the Mithril Vanguard,
Oh,
most of them were vaporized. Two,
Tonic
Tonic
and
and-
Abros.
Tornik and
survived.
Aberos
Survived,
the
but-
initial vaporization, but we haven't seen or heard from them since.
we don't know if they actually made it out of the Underdark.
we assume because of how it was, they probably got.
Yeah.
Olathera, have you heard anything at all? And she sort of... I received word that they made it topside.
Oh, they did?
Okay.
Those two.
What were them?
Yes.
So they didn't hold the fort.
Well, they might have, realized something was going on. Who's Olathera?
The
Amakir?
daughter of the Amakir.
Oh, sorry. Did I say the wrong name?
Yeah,
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
Eleanor. Sorry. Wrong one.
Eleanor's the mother.
I was going to say
Eleanor.
Isn't Olathera the betrothed?
Betrothed.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mistake.
No.
Eleanor.
I was just like, that's not a member I know.
Sitting at the table, you don't see Arthas Heath.
He died.
Yeah, he died, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a new?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What happens when a coterie dies?
Do you ask that?
Well, no, I just am like, hey, I don't recognize him. I'm guessing that's.
You must
I just,
be.
yeah.
Condolences
Oh,
for
I don't believe-
Arthas. You must be.
Yeah, I don't believe we've met.
2 seconds.
Good sir. Or madame.
Mr. Bag.
Mr. Moneybags.
Mr. Fat Stacks.
That's something I didn't even think of, but yes. Give me a sec.
His name is Mun Ebags.
You see in the room the one person that you don't recognize, a halfling fella, probably on the younger side, not quite middle age, sitting there with a somber look, sort of portly.
Oh, hello. I'm Feltor Toscobble. Lovely to meet you.
I took over the post for Arthur's poor old fella. It was that diet of bacon and more bacon. But, lovely to meet you. You were, sorry?
Oh, this is Don John Laser. This is sorry. This is
Alf is like,
we had code names down there. This is
There was a whole cover story that
Yeah.
we had to invent to
Oh, of
infiltrate
course.
the drow.
Agents of the Crown, you know, we've got to be careful.
so I'm Thurin Silverbeard.
lovely to meet you.
Gimrick Roxburgh.
Varys.
A pleasure.
Dr. Brother Kincaid.
Lovely. Well, nice to meet you all. I'm sure our paths probably shouldn't cross too much, but
Oh, I hope
prosperity,
You're the money man, yes.
We run in similar circles.
Yes, we are also
No.
wealthy.
I hand him a card.
Well,
Needlebark Goods and Services.
Intensely prosperous.
No, I mean, well, Arthur's helped fund this expedition and get us started with some travel
right.
requirements. So
Oh,
I'm
those
sure-
were your payments. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure for future work that we will be
In
coming to you
contact.
for financing or anything. So
okay. And the Alos sort of showing discomfort. Feltor, this is not the time. This is not a business meeting. Please continue. You vaporized.
Well,
the-
we
yeah.
she had a Zakathra cast in her chest that when it
You keep saying that term. I don't know.
the blood
Blood
gem
gem is
Oh, okay.
yeah.
in her chest, and
Sure.
Or pain.
Varys shot that prison pain, and it created a 400-foot cylinder that vaporized the entire area. Clean cut.
You a magical
Out of the
explosion.
mountainside.
Similar to
If,
a disintegration beam.
Yeah. If any non-elven people in this room want to see it, I can recreate it in a dream for you.
Oh.
I can do that.
Tonight, let me come to your bedroom.
It's a very hands-on kind of magic.
Yeah, Eleanor, I'll show you after.
I'll show you
IT.
first. Private session.
If only.
And she's an elf.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
Kill her and reincarnate her.
The Alos. I'm sorry, that will not work for me either.
Yes, but I'm happy to show one of a trusted advisor that you can then take their word for. and
Can
not
you just
theirs.
minor illusion what it would look like? What it kind of looked like? Or
What, the explosion?
yeah, like you can have like a little town and
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a 5-foot cube sort of thing. So
Yeah,
it's,
not as cool.
but yeah, you know,
Well,
little
not as-
dick village
yeah.
and then and then everyone laying on the
It's
ground.
like,
with,
it's like the back of
axes.
it's like
No,
the
no,
back
they won't
of
even
the
be
car, like stick figure family.
Yeah.
It's like, look, guys, you're not the artist.
This is the basic.
not my forte.
So are you minor illusioning
Yeah,
as
I'll
best you
try,
can?
provided the room doesn't shoot me for it.
Well, you try and nothing happens.
Okay, well, yeah. I feel like we knew this already. It's like someone that
There's an
that stays
anti-magic
near the
circle
Alos.
here,
I feel like
yeah.
it's projected from a person. It's a straight up anti-magic field.
Yeah.
Yes, you won't be able to use magic in my presence.
Yeah. But yeah, well,
Sorry.
you're just gonna have to take that as a descriptive enough.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. And so,
Tell him about why.
maybe.
Well, I mean,
not.
look, it's worth them knowing that.
I will not allow this cross-table
Okay.
discussion
Okay.
while you're in the presence of everyone here.
Oh, I can't even cast message. Should we talk about why? Should we talk about?
No, we have a minute to discuss things about
Well, yeah. Look, I mean, yeah, you should probably be aware that after the Vark family was destroyed,
Sure.
it created a power vacuum, and a man named Wyatt, who, from our dealings with him, as far as life in the Underdark, seemed a very reasonable drow.
I have had dealings with him.
Yes.
Closest to an ally that we had done.
Yeah,
He
Did good business with it.
seems somewhat reasonable.
Yes, but you should also be aware that following the second power vacuum created, he was also well informed because he was assisting us and
Has been consolidating his power.
has therefore filled the other power vacuum now, and maybe a player to watch down there.
Yaka pipes up the large dragonborn man.
Big dragonborn dude. Yep.
The professionally liberal.
Yes.
Yeah, progress, reform, and social welfare.
That's the one, social navigation and bias deprogramming.
Well, you see,
Professionally left wing.
Alos, the way the drow function, there are essentially, it's a power thing. They respect that above all else. And if one family were to be vaporized, as you put it, there would be a number of repercussions, shall we say.
Especially, the Vesruth family were sort of secretly conducting all this like experimentation with these pain crystals, but outwardly were in charge of slavery. So that's going to cause a big kerfuffle.
Sure. Bill pipes up. Is there any repercussions surface side? Were they aware that this was someone of ours?
No idea.
No.
The only link would be Wyatt.
Yeah, I don't believe they knew we were there on Crown's business.
So this, Eleanor, so this Wyatt is aware of this. This was your.
He doesn't know. I don't think he knows that we were working specifically for the Crown, but obviously knew that we were topsiders.
He was aware that we were working with, I guess, the only remaining Vark family member.
Thankfully we could use Varys's family history as sort of a cover and a revenge.
That would have
Tail.
Yeah.
He thought we were working, on behalf of the last of the parts.
Yeah.
But he just very much seemed like a businessman. Money in, money out. Doesn't really care about, more than just getting his power up.
Sure.
Strongly anti-Lolth, which is a pretty good sign, especially as far as Drow go.
Yeah, don't like Lolth very much.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Flinvar, the halfling female,
Mystics and theology.
pipes up. Yes, tell me all that you learned of Loth. What is it as dire down there as I've read?
So
is it?
She turned the Vesarus matriarch into.
This is not the time.
Well, it's kind of important. She gave power to the Vesarus matriarch, gave her big
My
spider
apologies.
legs.
Continue. Yes.
So when we fought her, she was a giant spider lady who was
She's just
awfully
pushes her
sexy.
spectacles up and it's just like rapt attention.
Also, and it's pure speculation at this point, but part of the experimentation that the Vesrus were doing to do with the crystals and how they work, either creating them, powering them, whatever, was torturing people and creating pain, which is very much the domain of Lolth.
Yeah, so basically
So it's
harvesting
possible.
pain.
Oh my.
It is possible.
And she is just like
that
scribbling
the sort
notes.
of evil divine the whole experimentation complex was dedicated to Loth statues, Loth needleware,
And they had different chambers experimenting with different kinds of pain and torture and how they can absorb that and what's the strongest they could use to
So it's
power the crystals.
It is possible that it's some sort of, at least part of the creation of the Zakethrakasti is this sort of evil divine magic of Loth.
And then
We don't know, but
the discovery of this
lot of Loth
small
in-
gem as well might seem that it is some Loth-empowered corruption of Songstone that creates these blood
the
gems.
Loth involvement in the Zakethrakasti is sort of speculation, but given how heavily dedicated everything around the experimental part was
But
to Loth,
also
can't be ruled out.
our first interaction with the Zakethrakasi was because of a Drider. So very much believe...
Well, also the first time they got tested was on the big religious family.
At this,
Could just be coincidence,
But also the first one we found was off a Drider, so...
At this, the grandmotherly figure, Tamisha, the half-orc,
Once shaded.
once shaded, now not. I feel like, Flinvar, you had a theory, did you not? And Flinvar slaps the table. Yes, I did. Oh. So, I was doing research on the Shothel Wars, some of the things that I'd learned, things that cropped up. I was toying with the idea that the coteries are... They each has their domain of choice, their preference, whatever it is. And I feel like Shothragot was... I'm almost certain his domain was corruption.
Wait, so he was a coterie member?
Well, for any member of the coterie, there is an opposite.
Shadow coterie.
We don't really have a name for them, they're unknown to us.
No.
But sure, Shadow Coterie.
You're welcome.
Is it possible that his corruption had spread to the Underdark?
Potentially.
Alice. And Alice is sort of, it. We know little enough about this situation. Valid, I would say. Potential. But that's good, I guess. If it was only in Shoth's vicinity or wherever he wandered. If it was just his presence that corrupted the Songstone, maybe.
Did he go down to the Underdark a lot?
We don't entirely know where he went. We know he was in the northwest. The Avaros jungle is where he had a home base, but now the wasteland. The corruption spread from there.
Which is kind of near the entrance to the Underdark that we went through.
There are a lot of entrances.
There are, but...
Yeah.
So, I'd say maybe. Flinvar. You look into that, I guess. Oh, you don't need to tell me to look into it. I will. That theory has been bouncing around in my head for a while.
Is it possible that the corruption from these gems is some sort of way to power Shothragot back up? Bring him back to light?
Not sure. I don't know.
May I sidebar us for a moment and inquire about Vannon?
Directed at
The table.
just the table?
Yeah.
Yes,
How's
sure.
Vannon?
He has recovered from his wounds. There is some slight disfiguration. He refused to have healed and blended back in. I mean, it makes him look more intimidating.
And the Marble Revengers?
The Marble Revengers, what of them?
Well,
Are they
yeah. What are they up to?
My business and mine alone.
So you've commissioned them to do whatever you need.
Things and all stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
We encountered them upon seeing to Vannon. Just wanted to ensure that.
Oh, you encountered them there.
Yes.
Yes.
Just wanted to ensure that when they were saying they were working as your right hand, if you will, that was all okay and above board.
Yes.
Yeah, we were just a bit confused with the people being strung by the trees and whatnot.
Yes, I'm fully aware of the members of that party. Some extremes were used, but I needed that resolved quickly. To have one of the Alice's own near killed on the road needed to be swiftly actioned.
By an evil fanatic group as terrible as the Brotherhood of Ma, no less.
Yes, I've heard as much.
And has there been more info gained on the Brotherhood of Ma?
That is a topic we probably shouldn't be discussing.
Yeah, anyway, so what are any next steps you need from us regarding the blood gems?
Leave it with us. We'll, if you can provide any information on their research techniques, what they had learned and what you learned, everything that.
I mean, I guess we fill them in on this,
Yeah.
this chamber. Or I don't know if we need to do it now or if we go and debrief
yeah,
Flintbar or,
I can
we'll
have,
form a working group.
I can have a meeting with Eleanor and we
Go
can,
through the finer points.
Yeah.
Make a deception check.
16
Okay.
from a 4.
This is good.
Do they notice the wink? Is that what gives me away?
Is it the huge stage wing that?
She doesn't seem opposed to the idea. Sure, we could do that.
I'll cook.
Lovely. I'll bring the wine.
What if Kincaid just turns into a little spider, like pulls his hair?
Ratatouille you.
So like, remember the last time I cooked at camp? It was like
It was
rocks.
not good. It was not good.
I think we've
It was just wet rocks.
we've unlocked one of the one shots while you're gone. We'll call it Rickatouille. You don't even need to be there. He'll just.
Beautiful.
So you go through.
Plate of wet rocks.
Go through probably 10-15 minutes of, as much detail as you can go into about what processes they used, what information that was given to you, and what you sort of surmised from what they were doing. At that point, food is brought in. Fresh meats, cheeses, breads, greens, and you're all just like, oh, that smell.
Do you mind if I...
Kincaid has
And I just dive right in there.
Yeah, Kincaid didn't even ask. Like, as soon as the doors open, Kincaid was just...
It's like right there in there.
on his stomach along the table.
And it's exquisite. Just going from trail rations, like dried, salted things, meats and mushrooms, to fresh, rich, delicious food. It's just like you've never eaten anything so good in your life.
Or you don't know how they eat down there in the Underdark, I tell you.
Alf sort of... They have been down there quite a few weeks. I, forgive their manners. Not at all. They have earned such a meal. Have you quarters in the city?
We have a shack
Kinda.
We're on
in
property.
the tink. I think
Can
With two walls and half a roof. Yeah.
Can you house us tonight? We're kind of we've been on a
Maybe
journey.
we could check out our future corporate quarters.
You see Alf.
maybe Eleanor has a spare bedroom.
Is there a spare space next to it?
Has a guest wing.
You see Alf lean into the Alos, and he sort of... Ronan, you may enter. And the door at the back opens. Ronan steps in, and he looks somewhat sheepish. Yes?
Have you been listening at the door
Alos?
the whole time?
You may... What was it? Alphinus, you just too tired. And Alf... Oh, don't worry about your quarters. They have been arranged. If there's nothing else, we can leave everybody to disseminate the information as needed and make appropriate actions they'll discuss. Probably a few more hours, best steps forward and what to do. I'm sure you're all exhausted.
Kincaid just like...
Aw. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, we just sort of woke up, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would like to go.
I could
I'm
use a
very
bloody bath, though.
Exactly. Let's get you cleaned up, get
Making
you...
this whole wheel of cheese.
Take it.
Can't stop me.
And bring me another.
Don't even try. I will melt you.
I like this cool new spell where suddenly you're 0% body moisture. They call it instant mummy.
Okay, and the Alos, well, if you think of anything else pertinent, please don't hesitate to reach out to anyone in the coterie. We will reconvene and discuss with you if you need to be informed of anything or need it elsewhere. But thank you for your service to the entirety of Ashara.
Well, thank you for answering our summons. I know it's probably not.
It's okay.
Thank you for the generous payments coming our way.
We made up a deal with Arthas, and he said he'd give us
Yeah,
more.
I don't know if you.
I think it was 1,000
You
gold.
hear papers. Feltor sort of pulls out a little journal, a ledger, starts flipping.
Did we even agree on anything?
It's like 1,000 gold, I think, boys. Is
I
that
have
right?
no idea.
He said 250 each.
I just assumed we weren't doing it for free.
I feel like it was do this out of the goodness of your hearts and for the realm, and we were like,
Doesn't
Yeah, that's
sound
we'll
like
find a
us.
way to get paid.
That does not sound like us.
Feltor, I'm not sure that was ever recorded in any way. We will discuss payment, but we cannot afford 1,000 gold pieces.
He kind of was stuffing his face when he said it, but he definitely said there was some money back there for it. So
Well, I'll look into that for you. A
was
payment,
just chock full of
perhaps.
bacon.
We'll see what we can wrangle. Okay?
yeah, mate.
Well, lovely to meet you all. And, stay safe. Rest. I'm sure you well need it.
Definitely.
And you'll follow Alf out of the chamber.
As we're leaving, so I'll just point to Bill and be like, chat later.
Yes, I'll find you.
Kinda creepy? Sure.
I hate that.
He just licks his lips a little bit.
Is he actually Norman?
No. And you follow Alphanus out. Ronan sort of excitedly following along, feeling a part of things.
When the doors close behind us, I want to put like my arm around Ronan, like, oh, you'd be keeping
So his hair's grown out a bit more. And he started to plait it. It looks somewhat like the plaits that Ricky uses. So he's been, trying to different styles almost. And he sort of. So did you kill anything cool?
Mate, we killed a spider queen. She blew up into a 400-foot cylinder of disintegration, and we just got the hell out.
I knew you'd do something cool.
We wiped out an entire family.
And as you
like a whole suburb.
I bet you guys did something cool. We butchered children in front of their parents and then
stuffed them in the
vaporized
floor.
small children. Like, we killed some shit.
We-
Boy, did we.
we brought it.
But more importantly, you've been keeping, and I pull the symbol of the founder. You've been keeping Dad's symbol clean, mate.
There's nothing around his neck.
Where?
Come with me. And he begins to lead you out of the veil, out of the tink, out of the loom. Alf in tow.
Alright.
Alf, just grinning, hands behind his back, walking along, just watching.
It's weird that he doesn't have the holy symbol.
It's kind of weird.
He leads you out into the, what was it? Pits?
Pits. Yeah.
Veil loom.
Pacifist.
The pits.
Even worse.
Leads you out to the
It
pits.
says, suffer not the witch, the mutant, the heretic,
Or the weakling. Especially the poors.
and most especially of all.
As you enter the pits district, there is some familiarity. It's been a little while, but he's leading you towards where your shack is, and you see a fairly nice looking stone structure in its place.
Someone's taken our shack.
We've been robbed.
We've been robbed.
Replaced it with this inferior stone.
Lovely wood. It had character.
He walks up to the door of it.
Cool.
And he throws a set of keys to you.
HQ inputs.
We've been working on this. And he pushes the big double doors open. You have a keep. Not huge, but it's definitely a place of residence. Secure.
Cool.
Made of stone. The layout can be whatever you come up with. I know you guys were talking about using a system for
Two
it.
wings
there
on
is
one side and a really long hallway.
Well, it's either like there's the Kingdoms and Keeps book from Matt Coville, or we use like the Inc. stuff about like headquarters sort of deal. But we can
discuss
Yep.
that.
we can
Just
figure all that out.
iron those details out.
Yeah.
But you each have your own quarters. They've put some sort of custom things in there for you, so I'll let you each choose one unique feature for your rooms.
A tunnel to Eleanor's house.
Hey, that's mine.
You want me
Oh no, you didn't do it! At the same time, so, rock, paper, scissors, one of the gods first?
Do we take shifts? Like, do we drop in roster? Like, how do we want to do this?
I have a DaCosta Felder heater.
It seems that your payment has been
Yeah.
forwarded.
Okay, sweet.
Cool.
in essence.
So is there like a shop front in this keep as well?
No,
or
this is purely
just
residence.
residence, okay.
This is a space for you to do whatever it is you want to do in Ashara.
Right.
In your room, however, as well as whatever unique asset or feature you would like,
Dwarf heads.
there is a small shrine with the symbol of Lathander sort of like painted onto the wall behind it, but the necklace with Lathander's symbol is hanging in a spot of absolute reverence. Do you like it?
I just give him a hug. Mate, this is incredible.
Good. We worked hard.
Have you got a room in here too?
Oh, sure.
Is it like a little doggy bed next to mine?
No, I've got my own room.
Oh,
I've got some things now, some books, and I can't wait to be a part of this. And he's just like so excited you guys are home finally. I can't wait to hear all of your tales.
I just like feel his buyers like, mate,
He has been
you've
training.
bucked up a bit. Well, can't wait to hear some of yours as well.
Yeah. And as you all clean yourselves, except for you probably, you all settle into and make your own space within whatever you would like to call this place.
We have to come up with a name for the keep.
We will end the session there. Topside,
Eleanor's hideaway.
feel free out of session to iron out those details, what your rooms are like. And we'll wrap there
Alrighty.
for the next month.
Yeah, I think just about.
Yep. So we'll put the campaign on pause and we'll pick up next time. We'll still do one-shots or something. We'll figure something out. But we'll still want to play either D&D or maybe Cosmic or who knows.
So,
Eyes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spawn or one of the other ones.
Yep.
Folders or...
Yeah.
Folks at home, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week or day, and we'll see you next time. Remember to spread happiness, not happy.